says you're live. Let me go to... Yep, you are live.
I am live. Hi, everybody. You just heard me cough on the air, and I apologize for that. That's MG's fault, but he'll be producing for today. It's UFC 286 on the Matt Men YouTube channel. I'm Matt Ryan, your host, and I am joined alongside MG Geek, our producer, and on the other side of the metaphorical glass, she's here every month, mainly because we share the same domicile, and I'm just here. It's Stephanie Sotilli. Hi, Steph.
Hello.
How are you? You doing all right?
Yes, I'm good. I have an undeterminable injury to my side.
What'd you do?
I don't know what it is.
What'd you do to yourself?
I was stretching and I pulled a muscle, so I'm very much in good health.
That's why you don't work out, kids.
So I didn't.
Work out, you get
I
hurt.
didn't. That's exactly why you should work out.
Well, you stretched, which is working out. Then you got hurt. So my theory is correct.
Don't stretch out when you're waking up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice.
Smoke a Lucky Strike and then drink a double of scotch. That's what you should be doing. And I'm not a medical doctor, but I think that's right. But we're here for UFC 286. It's the middle of the fucking afternoon. Yes, Steph. Oh, thought you were going to say something. But it is the middle of the afternoon, and it's weird. It is weird doing this show when the sun is out.
Didn't they do it before when it was like at 2 in the afternoon?
Yeah, we've had shows where it's been in the afternoon, where it's been like during the day, but it's always weird. It's always just like you're used to watching people get punched in the face in tight shorts during the evening time, because that's something that kind of denotes the evening. It's in London tonight, so it's the evening there. But this is how I think the West Coast feels to a certain degree, because you guys are watching it in the early evening. You got a lot of ability to do things after this. When we're done with the show here, I usually eat Chinese food and fall asleep, which is probably what I will be doing after this show anyway, because I am going to probably be emotionally exhausted again, because Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman are going to play with my emotions for 5 rounds. But hopefully there are some people that will be joining us throughout the afternoon here on the fight on the Matt Men YouTube channel. I am still getting used to saying that every show. Like, I've been so conditioned to say the other names that we've been using, and I can't for the life of me discern why I would get that all kind of bum-fuzzled at this point. But our main event tonight is Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards battling for the UFC Welterweight Championship. We saw them fight last year. Edwards was having, I would say, a not-so-stellar performance heading into the final round, and got the head kick. Got a big head kick, dropped him, turned the entire fate of Kamaru Usman's career for the short term completely topsy-turvy. And Edwards walking into tonight is still the underdog. He is we have Usman at a minus 245 favorite, pardon me. And it is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. We have a lot of other great fights. Justin Gaethje on the card tonight. And we'll be starting things, I believe, with Gunnar Nelson and Bryan Barberena at the top of the hour. And if you like to play our game with us, we try to figure out what time the fights start and what time the first fight will see the walk into the Octagon, and how many people will be walking into the Octagon with them. So please do your best. Head on over right now and in the chat and drop a thing in there and let us know what you think. And Steph, heading into the afternoon card, it feels weird to be like very awake for this. I'm usually like a little tired, and it's great to kind of be alert. And it's also, I think people aren't conditioned, as I said before, to watch the UFC at this time of day.
You're alert in the middle of the afternoon? Well, some of us are privileged. I don't get that luxury. I am never alert.
Well, I'm sorry.
If we did this, if it started, it's the opposite. If it starts at 10 and then I'm drowsy if we started at like 2 in the morning, I'd probably be at my best.
Yeah, you do have very nocturnal vampire-like sleep.
Yes, I've had insomnia since I was like 8.
It's not good.
No,
it's not.
That. I never said it was.
That you shouldn't be an insomniac in the 4th grade.
No, you should not. but hi.
Hi. Good.
That is
Her
how
and
it's
I would
always
get
been.
along great. We just party at 4 in the morning.
At 5 years old, I should not have been watching Liquid Television on MTV,
That's true.
which I know ended at midnight because I would fall asleep to the show that was on afterwards, which was Speed Racer, and I fucking hated Speed Racer.
Why did you hate Speed Racer?
It sucks.
Why does it suck?
I don't like that.
He's got a motorcycle. He's got he's got a speedy car. He's got a race car.
It just
He's got
sucked.
an ascot. He's got a little brother who's got a monkey for a sidekick. What else do you want more from your television?
It just bored the hell out of me. I don't like that kind of animation. It was just so boring to me. After watching Liquid Television, like it's my bar is set very high.
Yeah, that's fair. Liquid Television is a high bar, but come on. Like it's Speed Racer. You gotta have Racer X. Like the father had a mustache. There were a lot of good things about it.
You remember a lot about Speed Racer.
It's one of those shows that's ingrained in my head. I couldn't tell you the plot line of any episode. I probably would confuse Speed Racer's girlfriend with.
Let me guess. Were they in a race?
Usually,
Yes,
most episodes involve some sort of race. Beep beep.
Yeah, but I should not have been watching. That's where I was first exposed to Aeon Flux.
Oof.
To Beavis and Butthead. Don't watch that when you're 5.
I saw the movie in theaters. I was 8.
No, we should not have been doing this.
No, of course not. But I had an uncle who wanted to go see it, and he's like, I gotta watch my sister's kid. Let me go take him with me down to the Fort Way Cinema.
To a rated R movie. Fantastic.
I forgot it was rated R.
Although my dad did show me heavy metal when I was 10.
Oh, did that confirm some of your suspicion? Like,
My
was that
suspicion.
one of those aha moments for you?
In terms of what?
Just like, oh, those are, like heavy metal's like, oh, adults have cartoons too. And yeah.
No, I knew that already.
Just like
my previous statement.
It's like Beavis and Butthead. There was violence and like outside of the movie, suggestive sexual stuff, but heavy metal was
porn.
bonkers.
Was just porn and rock music, and some weird science. I still don't understand the plot of the movie, and I've seen it 3 times.
There is
at this
no
point.
plot to the movie.
But I remember John Candy being the voice of a really buff, bald, Mr. Clean-looking guy. And I'm like, well, I know John Candy. I love John Candy. Oh, no. Why is John Candy doing that? Why is he naked and swimming? And I think he was having sex. I can't remember.
Put it on the poll. Should John Candy be naked and swimming?
Not now.
In an ideal scenario.
It'd be very difficult.
In an ideal scenario. I'm going to turn my gain down. Someone said my gain was really high.
Yeah, it was a little high. I was going to try to text you to get it fixed.
And for everyone asking, Brendan didn't quit. He's actually starring this week up in right past Poughkeepsie, like right in the middle of like towards upstate New York, a version of Streetcar Named Desire where he's playing Stanley. I love Brendan and congrats to him on the role and break a leg. But in terms of Stanley Kowalski's,
you can always depend on the kindness
of strangers.
Did he say if it's the musical?
He confirmed it is not the musical.
Whatever does the musical.
Well, not everybody has the great thing, the great theatrical chops of John Lovitz on The Simpsons. I forgot the name of the character.
It was Luann.
What?
I think it was Luann. I think it was a guy named Luann.
Llewellyn, yeah. Llewellyn St. Clair.
Llewellyn. That's it.
Why do we remember this?
And then his sister ran the daycare. The Ayn Rand.
The Ayn Rand, yep.
School for tots.
Oy vey. And they are showing a bunch of fighters or people with their children. It is interesting in London. Much like all the other prelims, the fights aren't started. You're welcome, What Floor. Solid name so far. What Floor is a solid name for a YouTube name. Like, what do you think is the bar for a good YouTube name? Like a good YouTube username? Because we've seen a fair amount over the last few years.
Faux sushi.
Faux sushi is the peak. I'm not arguing that faux sushi.
Why it makes me laugh, I don't know.
Because it's just silly. It doesn't make sense as a name. Like as a conceit, it's not a name. But let's run through the card really quick. We're starting things off at the top of the hour with Gunnar Nelson versus Bryan Barberena. And then after that, we will have Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori. And then we will have Jennifer Maia versus Casey O'Neill. And then our co-main event, we will see the return of Justin Gaethje, where he'll take on Rafael Fiziev. And in the main event, the rubber match, Leon Edwards taking on Kamaru Usman. Usman being interviewed right now on ESPN by Megan O'Leary. Let me know in the chat who you think will be walking out with the strap tonight in our main event. And if you are just joining us for the first time, hi there. How you doing? Thanks for stumbling onto the program. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, Olive the Fat Baby, and MG Geek, who is coming to us from the city of motor vehicles. That is right, Dubuque, Wisconsin. I'm kidding. He's coming to us from Detroit. And it is going to be an interesting card tonight. I'm really looking forward to the co-main event. I think that the Nelson Barberena fight will be a fun way to start things off on the card. Not a lot of big-name fighters on the main card. Raiden Thacker predicting Usman by head kick. It would be an interesting kind of capper to this if Usman's the one to get the knockout here with the head kick. It would kind of put a finer point on it. I want to know if you guys think, was it questionable to give Usman the automatic rematch? I saw a stat out there that the former champion heading into an automatic rematch doesn't have the best odds of walking out with the belt. But I think there's been enough time. It'll be interesting to see how Usman approaches this, coming in after a loss, coming in as the favorite, but still as the challenger. I think it was a similar situation when he faced Tyron Woodley for the title about 4 years ago, almost at this point. I believe it was 2019 when that went down, right before we started doing the show here, back on the old Combat Culture channel. And we are in London tonight for UFC 286, 5 minutes until the top of the hour. If you're just watching us for the first time, hi, say hi. And tell people what you doing, what's your name, how you doing, and some of your predictions for tonight. I'll be predicting my choices right before each of the fights on the card. But I want to know your predictions, and I want you guys to ask questions. See what's going on. Be cool. Be always awesome. And share us on social media. You can give me a follow on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. That's Matt Ryan Yells. You can follow Steph at Steph Sotilli. And you can follow MG Geek at 2Fight Forever. That's 2Fight Forever on Twitter. And also, if you want to give us some money, because that's what it's all about in 2023, paying us, running us up a check, giving tribute. Pay tribute now by going to the super chat and dropping some of that straight cash, homie. Steph, give it to me one time.
It's money, ain't it? I don't know what I'll say last time. I can do a normal British accent, but every time you ask me of things, it just goes off the rails.
It's your Michigan J Frog moment. You can hit the high notes when no one's watching, but as soon as that one extra...
I've done an entire show in RP, and yet when you ask me to do it, it's all in the air. That's what comes out.
Because that's what your inner performer wants to do. That's who you really are. You really are a Cockney wench. Like, that is you at your heart of hearts. And I say this to you as one of your closer friends.
I do own several corsets.
I respect it. I don't, good for you. Shout out to the professor taking in the chat here. Raiden Thacker going boo. Raiden Thacker, she messed up her big moment. If this was her big moment, then I failed.
Also, I did it last time.
Yeah,
so
you did.
This would be like the 12th moment. Yes. I don't need to care so much about that.
Why care?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? God damn it, CAA is going to see this. I can't do accents.
The Gersh agency called, and they said, fuck you.
Look, we're going to hire you sight unseen as long as you could do that properly. And you messed it up. We were here at 5 p.m. on a Saturday.
We were like, who's that woman that the fat dude always yells at while he's yelling at his television? Let's cast her in something. Let's cast her in the Meredith Baxter Burney TV movie of the week.
So I don't know who that is.
It's the mother from Family Ties.
I was going to say, that's going way back.
It was the first name that popped in my head.
Matt is actually 87.
I hide it well. I've aged fairly well for someone who looks and acts and eats like me. But thank you.
I think from how I look at this point, I could maybe pull off Janis Joplin.
All else fails, it could be Jenny Jopler.
No. I don't know who that is.
From 30 Rock, the non-union Mexican equivalent situation they found themselves into when Jenna was supposed to be playing Janis Joplin in a biopic.
Look, the only thing I remember about 30 Rock is night cheese.
Fair enough.
It's the only thing I remember.
Fair enough.
And werewolf bar mitzvah.
Spooky, scary. And here comes Kamaru Usman. Oh, pardon me, that's Leon. That's Usman walking in with the finest coat. That Bruce Buffer is going to steal that coat by the end of the night, because that is just, it's silver and black. It's tiger striped. It's fanciful. And there's the champ, Leon Edwards, practicing that head kick. Plus 210 underdog. Usman was a minus 245 favorite earlier in the day, but now, according to DraftKings, he's minus 250. And Marvin Vettori will be fighting on the card tonight. I don't know. Well, Tiffany Shriver, Matt, I say it every stream, but it's worth saying again. Thank you very much for providing us entertainment every pay-per-view. I appreciate you, Tiffany. I appreciate Steph, MG, and everybody here for making sure that I have a platform to say poop, shit, fuck, cunt. Like the important things. I'm speaking truth to power here.
Bleep, bleep.
It's exactly what Carlin wanted.
Exactly. And you can see him behind me. And you can see most of my and Steph's comedic heroes behind me here on the site. I appreciate all you guys too. Like I get
from where I can see it, I can see Eddie Izzard.
Yes.
Now Susie Eddie is what I will be calling her. Joan Rivers and Bill Hicks.
Yes, all hail William Melvin Hicks. We have 2 framed photos of Bill Hicks in this household because we have our priorities straight.
He's the only man that could pull off a mullet. Only one.
Stanley Franklin here, Tiff. Thanks, Matt. FFS GD it. I had to inverse the bit. Joe Rogan looks like a tired, corrupt police captain every time I see him now.
He does.
I don't know where.
Look like Hank from Breaking Bad.
I don't know at what point all comics decided to start wearing suits again. Like, I don't hate it, but everybody started to wear suits like it's 1955 again. And I just want to know when that started and who thought it was a good idea. And, like, what's the dividing line? Is it when you start doing theaters? Is it when you start doing arenas?
Wait, what do you mean he's wearing suits now?
Joe Rogan wears suits when he does stand-up.
When he does this, but, like, comedians aren't wearing suits when they do.
No, they are.
Bill Burr was not in a suit the last special.
Just like him, like Chappelle's done it a few times.
He who will not be named because he jerked off in front of people wore like a black t-shirt.
Yeah, but he who jacked off on the phone also did, he wore suits for a while. He had a suit special. Like, there's a point where every major comedian has a suit special.
I remember him wearing a suit once when I was like 12 for his Comedy Central Presents. So we're talking.
Was he? No, the one with the Ferris wheel. He wore a suit for that.
There was a suit. Yes.
Huh. We have. And
I'm
way
pretty
too
sure
much
for
of this
Pulp
dumb
Comics,
shit
when they wore a suit, at some point they don't. That's the thing is you get to a point where you don't have to wear one. Chris Rock still does, I think.
I think so. Like him, Mulaney. Like, I've seen it before. Like, comics go through a suit period, and I know this is an MMA show, but.
I'm saying
nothing's happening yet.
I don't think Rogan wore a suit in his last special.
No, but he does it when he plays arenas now. Like, I've seen photos of him doing stand-up in a suit. Same thing with Tony Hinchcliffe and those random humans.
Pixar didn't happen.
We'll find it on social media. I'm hosting a show here. You can look it up. What are
you doing?
You got the internet. Because I'm the host. God damn it. I think. My name's on the show somewhere. We really appreciate your patronage. If you like this content and you want to support it, for reasons I don't personally understand. You can head on down to the super chat and give us some straight cash, homie, or you can go to patreon.com/Dan A. White. That's patreon.com/Dan A. White. Olive, I know, Olive wants you to know that all the money from Patreon goes into her cheese fund. And that is specifically just to buy her cheese.
The cheese tax is very high.
The cheese tax is in this house, yes, it's very, very high. Rain Thracker, Rogan has a good podcast, but sucks as a comedian.
To each their own. I mean, I don't know what that last special was that we saw. It's a few years old.
I have not seen a Joe Rogan special.
I think it was like 2015.
Yeah,
it's kind of old.
Like I liked Rogan stand up. Like I've not set aside a lot of time to listen to it. To be complete, like in terms of, hey, Matt, if you wanted to listen to any comedian, you could pick any comedian. Joe Rogan's not on like the first page.
He's not
or two.
in the top 20.
No,
for me.
Like I'd rather listen to Ron White than Joe Rogan. But Ron White is also brilliant and an amazing comic, and also the best part of the redneck comedy gimmick.
I have a good question for you. What is a special that you wish you could rewatch again, like with fresh, like you have your memory wiped and you could rewatch it again?
Complaints and Grievances by Carlin,
Okay.
or Bill Hicks' last special.
Okay.
Because the first time I saw both of those, I watched Carlin on HBO Live, and I saw the Hicks show thanks to LimeWire after falling upon the Bill Hicks documentary that Trio did a million years ago.
I remember that.
Dice Man Cometh, Howie Mandel, super commie guru, the Dice Man. I met Andrew Dice Clay. I was within 15 feet of Andrew Dice Clay like 12 years ago. And the man worked himself into a shoot, out into a work, and into a shoot again, to the point where he was almost nominated for an Oscar. Ooh, Stephen Kelleher, Dave Attell, always a solid pull. And we see John Anik, the man who may not have been the father, but stepped up when he needed to. He cuts up the orange slices for every soccer game. He is there for cheerleading practice, and he will be bringing it. Mitch Hedberg, also a great answer. I missed Mitch Hedberg. Did you ever listen to have you listened to both albums? Because there was an album that came out after Mitch altogether that was like his last work, I think.
I don't think I was following his out. That was around the time when I was going to college, so I was a little preoccupied. He did perform at my college, though, and then 3 months later, he died.
That did happen. And the other two announcers tonight are Michael Bisping and Daniel Cormier, who are wearing what looks like the same suit. But
he's not bald.
No.
This is weird.
Yeah, Bisping has hair, which is like, it breaks off the cadence of bald, and Bisping almost forearmed John Anik's microphone out of his hand. He is very excited that there's MMA in London. Let's be honest. Anything going on in London now is a bonus. Like I don't know what's going on over there since the Queen died. I think they knighted.
I don't think they do either.
That's fair.
I know for the king's birthday or
coronation,
something, right?
The king's box social,
whatever.
He's holding a box social.
The king's bar mitzvah.
His cakewalk.
Nobody wanted to perform. Like everyone said no. Adele said no. Elton John said no.
What about the Pure Prairie League?
I don't know. What is that? What is it?
You can talk.
What is everyone looking?
It is a band. Ha! The professor has played the Pure Prairie League for young Miss Sotilli.
What did they perform that I would remember?
Yeah, they did Amy. What you wanna do? Oh yeah, if you donate $20, I'll sing whatever song you want within reason. So if you donate $20 to the Patreon, or you donate $20 to the chat, the super chat, and give us a straight cash, homie, I will sing a song for you. Steph, how much money would it cost for the fans to get you to sing?
Fuck. You know what? Let's make it easy on them. I'll go $50.
$50. Is that in combined donations or $50 straight up?
No, $50. It's not combined for you. If a single person gives $50, they pick a song, I will sing it.
All right. And if someone donates $100, I'll shave my mustache. Just leave the sideburns. I'm serious. I'll do it during the show. Like I'll shave on camera.
Charlie Chaplin mustache.
No.
There we go.
Nope. That's not happening.
We'll call it that from now on.
No, that's certainly not happening for a litany of reasons. Stanley Franklin saying, Chappelle, let us know what your predictions are and also who your favorite comics are and which comics you think would make a good MMA fight. Like, I'd watch Chappelle and Mulaney, both lanky guys. They could probably do some jits.
There's a few that actually, like, that famous Jamie Kilstein, how he's a very well trained.
I think he's a BJJ black belt.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, you said comedian.
Ooh.
Sorry, I misheard you.
Ooh.
Migs, we got to get this earphone fixed. I didn't hear him.
Raiden Thacker asking how much to shave your head.
Mitch Fattel.
I love it. Who the fuck?
Oh
a Mitch Fatel reference in the year of our Lord. Raiden Thacker, I'll make you a deal. $200. $200 donated in one donation. I will shave my head live on the air.
Oh, goodness.
Someone donates $200. I'll go completely clean shaven, except for the eyebrows, for $500.
You don't have any meetings coming up, do you?
I have several meetings, and I have to be on national television in 8 days. So make it worth my fucking while, people.
We'll get a funny wig.
Yes. So we've resorted to bribery?
It's not bribery. It's
motivation.
Yeah. Shout out to Alan Loves MMA. Hello again from Alan and Sugarpaw. Hi, Sugarpaw. I hope is that a pet or is that your nickname for your significant other? Because it fits both. I feel like it's your dog, possibly
the name
cat.
Of his balls. This is lowest common denominator.
That's mixed martial arts, and I'm about a Klosky in.
Mitch Fattel, that's a memory pulled from the annals of my brain. Like, I have not thought about that name in probably 20 years.
It's a brindle pug. Oh, adorable. Stephen Kelleher, pubes, 1850. Give me 1850.
You should be doing that regularly.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's 1850.
You men should be doing that regularly.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying it would cost me 1850 to shave my twig and berries.
No, that's to Steven. You should be doing that on the regular. People from all walks of life will appreciate it. I don't know what your proclivities are, but everybody would appreciate it.
Your tax attorney, your Aunt Lorraine. Especially your Aunt Lorraine. Coming up next. Oh, we got to play the game. It's 11 minutes in, and we haven't seen Tech. They're doing a Tekken 8? Jesus Christ. All right. Steph, what do you got? What time and how many people?
4 people and 5:16.
MG?
I always get these wrong. I'm going to go 5:18 and 2 people.
Professor? So 5:14. I'm saying 5:17 and 2 people. Let us know in the chat what time the first walkout will be and also how many people will be walking out. Alan Loves MMA saying 19 minutes past the hour. Stanley Franklin, the segment brought to you by Manscaped. I wish I would run me a check, Manscaped, and I will be your biggest advertiser. Hey, you want to shave your dick and balls and asshole? Use Manscaped. Give me money. Bryan suggesting 5:16. I think we lost a viewer there because I said shave your dick, balls, and asshole. I'm losing those.
Well, they should. Maybe they didn't leave. They just went to go do that, and they'll come back after shaving.
Fair enough. I respect it. Bryan said 5:16 and 4:16. I guess it's 4 p.m. where he lives, and 3 people. Oh my goodness. Gunnar Nelson has he's got my shaped eyes. They're very small. Oh, it's Marvin Vettori. Vettori fights first. So it's Dolidze and Vettori starting things off. Weird seeing Vettori opening up the card as an odd take. And in 1999, Raiden Thacker donated money to the cause. You know what that means? You know what that means?
I was typing. Lots of money, isn't it? It's getting better. So I hate that I resort to that.
All right, so Raiden Thacker donated 1999. He requests "Boys in the Hood" by NWA.
Again, if you don't know the lyrics.
Oh no, I know the lyrics.
If you don't know the lyrics, wink wink, you can make them up.
Oh, it's 514. The professor won. The professor from the greater.
Wait, how many? No people. Am I right?
Hold on, we got to see. He's gonna pull. Cut back to the other camera. Yeah. Oh no, he's got two. He's got two people.
You were corrected too. Let's get this going.
All right, so the boys in the hood are always hard. Keep talking that shit, they're gonna pull your card. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. It's what I remember that I can say.
Yes. Just replace the word. Just replace words you can't say with, puppy. That's fine.
I don't think that makes it better. Marvin Vettori walking into tonight 18-6, two performance of the night, fight of the night. He is coming off a loss to Robert Whittaker. He's tied for the second longest active win streak in the division. Oh, it's Roman Dolidze, pardon me. Dolidze tied for the second longest active winning streak in the middleweight division, fourth most knockouts since 2020 with 7 first-round finishes, 4 straight wins, 3 of them by KO and TKO against Jack Hermanson, Phil Halls, and Kyle Daukaus. And his only loss was a unanimous decision against Trevin Giles. And we are getting ready for the first fight of the afternoon. Yet again, very weird. It is 15 minutes into 5 o'clock here on the Mothership in the Matt Men YouTube channel. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, all of the fat baby roaming around. The professor joining us in the peanut gallery. And we've got Finley John Beaton gifted a Matt Men podcast sponsorship, a membership. And you've got to and Connor Augustine getting gifted that membership from Finley John Beaton. So shout out to you. And yes, Stephen Kelleher, I'd be a cracker. Dolidze walking into tonight 18-6-1. He's going up against Vettori, who's 12-1. This is an interesting matchup. Marvin Vettori looks a little bit like a truncated Gunther from SmackDown, if not some other type of murder baby. Like that's it. Like if his nickname was Marvin the Murder Baby Vettori, I feel like we would be fine. Would I say that to him? No. Marvin Vettori, the only active Italian in UFC, according to the stat that's just presented there. What makes him he's an active Italian fighter. Like I just don't. If he's actively Italian, like that would be the only other way you could take that, and I feel like that's wrong. KRS-One seemingly in Vettori's fight camp. He's got the most takedowns in a middleweight fight in history against Kevin Holland last year with 11. 8th most significant strikes in middleweight history with 707 and 11 first-round finishes. So if you took the under, you got to feel pretty fucking good for yourself. I got Vettori here. I think Vettori is going to be a real solid win here. He came off that loss to Robert Whittaker. His last 5 fights have all went to the scorecards and a unanimous decision. 2 losses, Whittaker and Israel Adesanya, and 3 wins against Paulo Costa, Kevin Holland, and Jack Hermanson. A soon-to-be shot hitman on The Sopranos. You had too many consonants in there. The keys to victory, according to the Air National Guard. I don't know why they have keys to victory. Maintain striking range. Do not engage in a ground fight. Push a fast pace early. Alan Loves MMA picking Roman by sub. Submission. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't kink shame, but that's just an interesting choice. Roman by bottom. That's That
is not a poll I am creating. Which fighter is which?
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Vettori 29, Dolidze 34. Vettori 6 foot 6'2" is Dolidze. Vettori coming in half a pound lighter than Dolidze. Dolidze at 186. Vettori at 185 and a half. Slight reach advantage for Dolidze. 76-74 from Vettori. Vettori the minus 250 favorite. What is that? That is a velvet lapel and a velvet bow tie and cuffs. The cuffs of the jacket are velvet too. It looks like he skinned the Grimace. Bruce Buffer, what have you done to the Grimace? Is that the inner flesh, the other part of the suit? Like, is it a shiny reflectiveness inside the Grimace? Like, we don't know what the inside of the Grimace's flesh looks like. So he just might be wearing a Grimace flesh suit right now. We
don't know what the inside of the Grimace's flesh.
Put it on the poll, Steph. Is Bruce Buffer wearing a Grimace flesh suit?
What do you think Grimace's flesh looks like?
Do it.
All right.
Do it. What's inside? What is the Grimace's flesh? What is inside the Grimace's flesh? Is it meat or reflective?
You asked me to make a poll. I'm making it my way.
All right. Fine. It's not like I'm in charge of anything. He is 8-1 as a favorite in the UFC, or is that 6-1? I can't see because I'm blind. But drop some money in the super chat. $20 gets you a song sung by me. $50 is $200. I'll shave my whole head. $500. I'll shave my entire face clean. We got the poll right now. What's inside the Grimace? Red meat, green fuzzies, a sense of hope, or cake? Let us know in the chat. Top G Terrence, I sold my house and put it on Vettori. I wouldn't suggest that. Just me. And here we go with round number 1. Vettori with a leg kick to start things off. Both men in the center of the octagon. Both of them looking like aggressive football players from a 1980s movie. Super Kami Guru saying another Grimace. A rushing nesting doll scenario. Leading with the right hand. His Vettori head kick attempt by Vettori does not land. Chops at the tree. Going for the knee of Dolidze. Ooh, left-right combination from the Georgian. Vettori following up with another kick to the knee. Under a minute gone by, round number 1 of 3 in the middleweight division. Overhand right from Dolidze. Knee to the body, and Vettori getting pounded up by Dolidze. He is certainly not the sub in this scenario. It was Vettori laughing it off, but he was bouncing against the fence like it was a Miami Sound Machine concert, but he gets Dolidze back in kind with a right hand to the forehead, heads for the head kick, does not land. Overhand right missed by Dolidze, one missed by Vettori. Leading with the right hand through 2 wild right hands and an overhand left, neither of them landing by Vettori. In the center, right-left combination again does not land by Vettori. Kind of ejected out of that left hand. It was more of an extended finger boop kick to the rib cage by Vettori. Trying to circle around. Trying not to lose Top G Terrence's house. Or he'll end up like another Top G in possibly a Romanian prison with a beard and an unfortunate haircut. Right hand landed by Vettori. 250 now left to go in round number 1. Right hand landed by Vettori. Overhand right and an uppercut by Dolidze and Vettori respectively. Leg kick to the thigh by Vettori. 2:24 left to go. Very active first round. Kick to the knee by Dolidze. Vettori lands a right hand. Another straight right. My Bugatti is chartreuse, Raiden. It is a chartreuse Bugatti. Oh, right hand by onto Dolidze after Dolidze tried to creep in. Feigning with the right, landing the left was Vettori. Vettori seeming in the pocket here. Dolidze, who had the momentum for a brief moment in the middle of the round. Now seeing the tide turn as they seesaw here in round number 1. Not literally, even though that would be adorable. Kick to the knee by Vettori, followed by one from Dolidze. 95 seconds left to go. And Vettori wanting a fight check. Oh, looks like he got hit got cut. An official timeout. I got caught with the nail. An accidental clash of heads, possibly. Oh, accidental headbutt, yeah. Oof. And wherewithal from Vettori to duck the left of Dolidze. And Vettori will adjust himself here. Timeout in the fight by Mark Goddard, the official. Now at under 90 seconds. We'll continue the action here. Head kick attempt by Dolidze doesn't land. Blocked again by Vettori. Another head kick attempt. Kick to the body, left hand thrown by Dolidze. Minute 10 now left to go in round 1. And a big pop combination by Vettori. Got up and under. Almost looked like he was trying to go for a cravat. And both of these guys kind of bindle punching. Tight punches. From both fighters, overhand right, Dolidze sends Vettori back. Dolidze lands a motherfucker of a right hand, lands it again. He's trying to crack the piñata of Marvin Vettori. Vettori in trouble. 40 seconds. Dolidze swinging his right arm around like Magoo, trying to find a light switch, trying to turn out the light switch of Vettori. Vettori fights back, but he eats a left to the head. Another overhand right, and they are throwing bombs here in the O2 Arena. It's feeling like London 1945. And the action continues. 20 seconds left to go. Both men trying to find a lane to get some going here, to try to get the knockout, get the early stoppage. But Vettori blocking a shot from Dolidze. 10 seconds now. Overhand right, and then another left hand, and both of these guys throw until the whistle. Vettori will step away, and then try to step inside with a left. A head kick attempt blocked, and we'll go to round number 2. Whoo, that one was a hot last 40 seconds. If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, the professor, and our producer, MG Geek. Take a look at the poll. What's inside the grimace? Red meat at 8% and tied. A sense of hope and cake at 46%. Green fuzzies is at 0%. Interesting.
I would say that's what's inside of me, but the hope just, gets rid of that.
It's just cake.
It's just cake.
Well, let's hope the cake isn't a lie here for either of these fighters. Dolidze almost kicked Vettori in the dick and balls, but that was the inner thigh. We're taking a look at the replays here. So glad you're joining us at a weird time of day to watch people punch each other in the face. It's like changing your habits, like WWE pay-per-views being on a Saturday. It's such a drastic change of your watch habits and how you react to things. So this show might be punchier than the other shows, which is interesting. We'll start round number 2.
There's a pun in there.
I didn't mean for the pun, but
It was
we
a freebie.
roll on. Yeah, free puns. Handing out free puns. More apprehensive, and as soon as I say that, right hand thrown, right uppercut by Dolidze. Leg kick. And you can see like a welt. I don't know if that's his neck muscle or a welt on the neck of Marvin Vettori. The man is built like an action figure in terms of his musculature, and it's uncomfortable to watch. Vettori, a plus 135 underdog. Dolidze, a minus 165 favorite after those two bursts where it looks like Vettori was going to count the lights, and both men evading shots from one another. Almost a you got served situation in terms of strikes. Vettori throwing 15 leg strikes to the legs as opposed to 5 from Dolidze, 2-1 in shots to the abdomen, 17-22 in Dolidze's favor in shots to the noggin. 3:50 left to go. Leading with the left hand is Dolidze. Leading with the right is Vettori. Blocking it overhand right was Vettori. Has that right hand up high just enough. Right-left combination by Vettori. He'll eat a right-handed. Dolidze saying, fight, motherfucker. And they are throwing here in the O2 Arena. Circling around now, right-left combination. Kick to the knee of Dolidze, and Vettori eating another right hand. And the left hand thrown by Dolidze. Kick to the thigh, again to Vettori. 3 minutes, leading with the right and then an overhand left. The left landed a little bit. Pitter-patter with the jab is Dolidze. Overhand right, and then a right hook from Vettori in response. Leading with the right hand, tries to feint him out just for a little stutter step to make Dolidze flinch. Kick to the body, stopped and stifled. Overhand left, thrown by Dolidze. Trying to feint with the jab is Vettori. 232, overhand right, thrown by Dolidze. Kick to the knee. Looking to feign, looking to create any kind of opportunity here. Dolidze to get the kind of pressure he had in the first round and just a few moments ago as we are over the halfway mark. 2:12 left to go in the round. Cupped in left-right combination by Dolidze. He'll eat a right hand and another quick right jab from Vettori. Kick to the knee again by Vettori. 20 leg kicks so far in this fight. Beats his previous best, 19, and we are just halfway through round number 2. Right hand thrown by Dolidze. Looking to put the pressure on here is the Georgian. International incident here in NATO country. Kick to the knee by Vettori. Overhand right, followed by a right by Vettori. Dolidze, for the first time, trying to get a takedown. He's got the right leg of Vettori pressed up against the fence, and Vettori finds a way out. Trying to take the action back to the center of the octagon is Dolidze. Vettori will meet him halfway. Now they will step back after a combination attempt from Vettori. Overhand right and eating an overhand right and missing with a right uppercut. Overhand right again landed by Dolidze. Right uppercut thrown by Dolidze. Feigns with the right, throws a knee. Knee kind of can make contact with Vettori's midsection. Under a minute now. Trying to do some hand grappling with Dolidze. Body kick met by an overhand left from Dolidze. 46 seconds left to go. Hand fighting. Dolidze grabbing the right hand. Trying to go for a hook to the rib cage. Missing the head kick was Vettori after missing that hook to the body. 31 seconds left to go in round number 2 of 3 in the UFC middleweight division. Leading with the right hand. Quick combinations from both fighters. Dolidze getting the better of the exchange. 16 seconds now. Overhand right landed by Vettori. Vettori with another right hand. 7 seconds left to go. And we will go to round number 3 in the O2. And Vettori with a parting shot. A left hand to the jaw. And Vettori not happy with himself. Hands on his hips. Looking away from his team as he stands in the corner. Dolidze feeling very confident here. As my prediction looks like dog shit right now. Shout out to Marathon Refrigeration. Hello all, and thank you for your dedication. My dedication to get drunk at 5 o'clock in the afternoon while talking to some of my favorite people. It's not a hard ask. Like, If I got offered tickets to the opera, I'd consider going. Bless you, by the way.
You can't yell at your TV at the opera.
I tried once. I tried yelling at. I tried yelling at the opera once.
They
thought I was a
precinct.
No, they tried to cast me, but then I just started singing Skynyrd songs, and they got very confused, and they threw me out. Also, every time they asked me to sing in Italian, it would just be. I would just sing the tune of the song, just make the mouth noises. Braden Thacker, opera sucks. Well, sir, you've not watched much Bugs Bunny.
Or Hey Arnold.
Or Hey, well, yeah, there is opera in that. Shout out to Trigger D, Trigglebert Delendez in the house. 15 seconds gone by in round number 3. Dolidze putting the pressure on. Someone has pissed off the professor. Braden Thacker has pissed off the professor with his not liking opera. And now Dolidze trying to hit all the high notes here. Lands a knee to the head of Vettori. Well, Dolidze going to the wish a motherfucker would mode. And it looks like a little bit of a mouse is underneath the eye. The left eye. Oh, and an overhand right. It looked a little rock'em sock'em for a moment. Almost got into a hockey fight. As they battle here with 4 minutes left to go in the third and final round. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, MG Geek, the producer, the professor, and the fat baby, along for the ride as well on the other side of the metaphorical glass. Overhand right, and now Vettori in a world of fucked, but he'll find a way out of it. Back to the center of the octagon. Vettori looking a little winded, looking like Lance Storm with tattoos. 3:35 left to go, kicks to the leg. Vettori leading with the right hand. And Dolidze ducked under and tried to come up and over with a right hand. That did not land. Vettori plus 140. Dolidze minus 175. So the odds getting a little closer here in the live odds. Trigger D saying surprised that Dolidze didn't get the finish already. I'm surprised as well, but Vettori's been pushing these fights to the scorecards. And when you coming off of his last 5 fights have all went to the scorecards for Vettori, so he has the ability to stay alive in a fight. Aside from Dolidze with another right hand, laying power punches and a straight left. It looks like he just pie-faced Vettori. Battling inside. And they'll come out a little more, trying to get him back into the center of the octagon. Vettori looking winded, looking tired. Head kick attempt does not land. 2:39 left to go in the round. Kick to the thigh, steps in. Vettori finding a way to avoid the shots of Dolidze. 2.5 minutes now left to go in the round. Before we go to the scorecards, it looks like the nose of Vettori's busted up a little bit. And that might be impeding his breathing, which makes him look a little more labored and a little more gassed. And overhand right. I couldn't tell if Vettori ate any of that or not. He spinned out of the way, but he'll eat a straight left from Dolidze. Overhand right missed. Vettori ducking right in the nick of time. 2 minutes left to go in this fight now. Dolidze can finish the show. Vettori needs to finish the fight, in my opinion, to get the win. And poor Top G bet his house on this fight, allegedly. Even Dolidze, he's got a mouse under his eye and he eats a left hand from Vettori. And both men throw him with impunity. Both men smiling and enjoying the fact that they are performing violence on one another for several $1,000s. Minute 27 left to go. Overhand right and try to go the best of both worlds and maybe get a takedown out of it. But Vettori will eat the shot and stifle the takedown attempt. Vettori almost caught Dolidze going under, and both men landing shots in unison. Leg kick missed by Vettori, and we'll be brawling here in a quick hockey fight. A minute 9 left to go. And they will step back. Vettori covering his left eye. That left eye might be impaired. And another right hand by Dolidze, and Vettori responding with a right hand. It has been punch, counter punch all afternoon long. Kick to the thigh, kick to the hip again. 45 seconds left to go. Dolidze trying to go for the takedown. Vettori threw a shot. He'll stifle the takedown, but Dolidze will not be trifled with. He presses off, does Vettori, but his back is against the fence. Dolidze now steps inside and throws some shots. 29 seconds left to go in the fight now. Shasta McMuffin saying Vettori is a railroad spike with legs. It's a fair point. Overhand right. Miss. Tried to go for the back elbow and missed. Dolidze not landing any of those shots there. 14 seconds left to go before the scorecards. And on the left, right not landing. Right hand. Ooh, a solid left hand from Vettori. Dolidze throws it in. We will go to the scorecards in London. Vettori holding the back of his head. He might have got caught in the back of the head in that last little exchange. Vettori and Dolidze showing the impact of this fight. Solid knee on the replay. And both of these guys finding ways to counter each other's strikes or follow and answer up. And great blocking by Vettori at several points of this fight. But Dolidze kept the pressure, kept the consistency. It's 2-1. If anything, if you're giving anything to Vettori, you might be able to give him some of the first round. Stanley Franklin with the perfect analogy, rock'em sock'em robots. That was exactly what that was. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, donate to the super chat below. Give us some straight cash, homie. The next time we'll be with you for UFC 287. That's April 8th at 10 p.m. That's April 8th at 10 p.m. It's Pereira Adesanya 2. It's rematch season in the UFC. And Burns versus Masvidal. That's from the city where the party and the heat is on all night and the beach till the break of dawn. They'll be coming to you from Miami.
When's McGregor fight?
We don't know when the McGregor fight is. He's not even in the USADA pool yet.
Oh, geez.
No, they just never finalized the fight. Yeah, and let's take a look at the scorecards. Be sure to ring the notification bell, smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel. After 3 rounds, we're going to the scorecards. 29-28. And Marvin Vettori getting the win, 29-28, 29-28, 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Marvin Vettori. And that is a interesting result because Vettori got some shots in, but there were points where Dolidze was pummeling him. I am very confused by the scoring of that fight.
Do you want to see the stats?
If anybody's... Yeah, let's bring up the stats. Bring up the stats. I want to see what the fuck happened here.
Why won't it let me bring up the stats?
Vettori being interviewed now. So, might want to move your cursor there, buddy. There we go.
There we go.
So, Vettori landed more strikes, threw more strikes. The head strikes are what threw me off. But throwing 41 leg strikes... That is insane to me. Dolidze felt like the more pressuring fighter, but Vettori was the one who landed more. I guess I was watching this fight wrong because it looked like Dolidze controlled the pace of it and landed. Vettori threw more and landed more. But I guess those leg strikes really counted for something because Vettori threw over 217 strikes and landed 89. Dolidze threw less and landed 74. I feel like the percentages work out better. And 174 of Dolidze's strikes were head strikes. Over almost all but 13 of those strikes were attacks to the head. So that's why it looked like it. And also he had 14 seconds of ground control. But let me know what you guys think. The underdog getting the win. There's Yuri Prochaska, the former UFC light heavyweight champion. He is there. Trigger D saying Vettori pulled a Carlos Condit. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that decision, but they're the guys from... Those are just a bunch of random white guys. Are those players from Welcome to Wrexham? Are those Wrexham AFC players? Possibly. I don't know. I think so. I watched the series. I don't remember the players' faces. But yeah, that was Roman Dolidze getting a win there. It's an interesting decision. Vettori getting his first win in a few fights. He coming off that loss to Robert Whittaker. He'll be 13-1 now. Dolidze will fall to 18-7-1, and they're promoting International Fight Week. We'll take a look at our poll. Unless the poll's gone. Nope, the poll ended. What's inside the grimace? 0% green fuzzies, 18% red meat, 37% said cake, and a sense of hope is at 43%. Fair choice.
It's way higher than I ever anticipated.
Really? Well, the grimace is full of hope. Why wouldn't the grimace?
I guess. I mean, I'm not, so I can't really relate. That's the only way in which I can't relate to the grimace.
That's true. That's true. Your love of milkshakes is well renowned.
And being a big purple shapeless lump.
You're not shapeless.
Oh God, I'm purple. I haven't looked down in hours. Oh God.
Violet, you're Violet. Durval Vasquez saying,
"Fuck! Don't eat random candy you just find in a factory."
What were you doing in a factory?
Every time. What?
What were you doing at a factory?
Look, I don't ask you. I don't go to your job and knock the dicks out of your mouth.
You have.
Wasn't your shift?
She's got a point.
Paying you overtime?
Look, I'm a union man. Trigger D saying, chicken McNuggies. Another grimace. Another grimace is the secret answer. Ooh, they're inducting Anderson Silva into the UFC Hall of Fame. Either that or he's coming back. Please tell me Anderson Silva is just getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Please just tell me that. Like as he should be. Like Anderson Silva not being in the UFC Hall of Fame, kind of that bullshit. And one of the most violent men to ever violence. One of the fantastic. He's Eddie from Tekken in real life. Oh, when he beat the shit out of Chris Lieben. Jesus.
I like his dances when he wins.
The man has moves. Oh, he beat the shit out of this poor bastard. The Trigger D, big fan of you, Steph. Jeff Neal being shown in this video package. About time is all I can say about Anderson Silva. The man was unbeatable for near a decade, and then lost, and then had his neck completely, his leg completely removed from the rest of his knee.
These are some really embarrassing videos they're showing of his opponents.
Oh yeah, no, he made people look like fools for a very long time. It wasn't fair. Like he had rubber bands for bones, which did not pay dividends later in his career. He's also, I think the last fight he had was a boxing match on a Abu Dhabi airstrip on a helipad. And Anderson's dance moves they are capoeira. That's why I compared him to Eddie from Tekken, because Eddie from Tekken was a capoeira master. And also makes sense. There's Tekken 8. Anderson Silva should should take over the role of Eddie from Tekken, and that's my opinion.
But he hasn't faced the capoeira master, Bob Belcher. Everyone knows you have to go through him first, and then you're the champ.
Bob Belcher versus Anderson Silva. Who you got? Let us know in the chat. 5 rounds, unified rules. That's the fight we all want to see. I actually want to see Teddy take on Big Country.
I like the idea of which cartoon characters in an MMA fight, because the only answer to who would beat everybody is Archer.
Oh, I thought it would be Garfield. What are you gonna do? He's too small. He's on 4 legs. He could take you down. He's got claws.
I mean, I just think Archer, if you've watched the whole series, he should have died 12 times over.
He knows Krav Maga.
And his blood is just all gin.
Yeah.
And somehow he survives.
I get it.
Like, Cyril can get it, but Archer is a monster.
Chael did. Shasta McMuffin. Chael put the first whooping on Silva. He did. Chael Sonnen should have beat him. Didn't beat him. MMA's fucking weird. Combat sports in general are so weird because you can have those moments. You can have the Edwards Adesanya moment. You can have that split second to where it stops on a dime. Like in football, you had the Falcons and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's an epic collapse, but that's a thing that takes hours to play out. In combat sports, it's nanoseconds. And yep, Anderson Silva, the next inductee to the UFC Hall of Fame. Much deserved. Cool. Yeah. Just like John, yep. 6-12 headbutts to the elbow. Good job, Trigger. It is depressing when people don't show up to the fights yet. I don't know if those are chairs or if those are barricades behind John. Oh, no, those are chairs. Like, that's a real fucked up shot. To where those chairs are just empty. Unless those are for the ring card, the ring card, the humans.
Maybe they just went to get a hot dog.
That's fair. I wonder what the concessions are like at the O2 Arena.
It's in England, right? All right.
Yeah,
so a lot of mince pies.
Can you like
a lot of shepherd's pies?
Ooh, I could eat a shepherd's pie at a fight.
A lot of lion bars.
Ooh, those are the flaky ones, right? They're kind of like
hell
barfies?
No. Oh, how dare you? No, the flaky one is the chocolate bar, literally called Flake.
Oh, okay. What is a lion bar?
I think it's all chocolate.
Oh, okay.
I think.
It's got the crispy rice.
Oh, it's
and like the nougat on the inside.
So it's kind of like $100,000.
Yes.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Ooh. Ooh.
You can't see the crispy rice necessarily.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. I'm hungry. Someone bring me candy.
We have like 40 truffles left over from Christmas.
That's fair. Someone bring me a lion bar. Coming up next here on the UFC 286, it is Jennifer Maia going up against Casey O'Neill in the flyweight division. Stanley, you're better than that. Stanley, you're better than that. You're better than that. You might not be, but you should be. Fish and chip. I just had. Well, if they do have fish and chips at the fights, I feel like that'd be fire. Chael destroyed Jones.
Wait. What's the arena? I could look it up.
The O2 Arena. Beer, but it's room temperature. I don't get the idea of warm beer. It doesn't sound appetizing. Like have I drank warm beer before? Of course I have. I'm an American, but like I don't know why you would drink it consistently. Well, Stanley, it's okay. Your regrets are okay. As long as you regurd it, that's all that matters. It is fight time. Here is our next walkout, and there's Megan O'Leary looking like a dowager. Is that a word? Did I just combine
like
dowager and duchess?
Say that slowly. What?
Dowager? I think I combined. Created a portmanteau for dowager and duchess.
Oh.
But she does look like the third act of a romantic comedy where she goes to impress by being a fancy business person. And it is time for the 125-pounders to come out. Casey O'Neill from Irvine, Scotland, fighting now out of Australia. One of two female Scottish fighters on the UFC roster. Cold beer hurts. Well, cold beer hurts if you just drink a gallon of it. Speaking from experience, but Casey O'Neill training out of Extreme Couture, a BJJ brown belt. is 9-0, has knocked out 3, submitted 2, and 4 by way of decision. Gunplay Gamer, Brendan is not here because he had a play, and he was doing the play and couldn't be here. Would that make Joe Benavidez a Duke or a Baron? A Darren. Fourth most active winning streak in the division with 4 for O'Neal. Second most significant strikes in a UFC flyweight fight with 229 against Roxy Modafferi last February. And as said before, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. O'Neal will be walking in against Jennifer Maia, training out of the shooter box. She has fought 30 times in her career. She's 20-9 with 1 draw. And you take a look, 1 performance of the night against Joanne Calderwood, a unanimous decision over Maia Morales in her last fight. But Maia is 2-3 in her last 5 with losses to Valentina Shevchenko, Caitlin Chukagian, and Mignon Firo. And O'Neal circling around the octagon, which is a false statement because she's octagoning around the octagon because it's not a circle. Top G Chen is Justin winning. Are you asking Raiden for gambling advice? Because that's an interesting choice. Gaethje is going to get KO'd by... Ooh, Gaethje and Fiziev is going to be so fun. And one of 10 active Brazilians. What?
So every Gaethje fight is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a co-main event. Let us know your predictions for this fight in the chat below. No poll going at the moment, but I'm probably going to end up saying something stupid in a minute. Here's the poll question, Steph. Can you circle around an octagon?
That's a math question, dude.
It's a very math question.
Let's see.
We can do math here.
We do have a professor. Can you circle around an octagon?
Donna wants to know.
He just says no. Well, let's see what the people say.
You can't circle a square. How can you circle on an octagon?
Well, there's a squared circle. That brave man. Excuse me? Are you making fun of my business, boy? Take a look here. Last fight against Morales, we said that before. Former Invicta flyweight champion. 8th most significant strikes in flyweight history with 595. Half of that O'Neal got in her fight against Roxy Modafferi. Jumping G-Hosey fat. According to Trigonomics, yes, you can. I don't want to know what trigonomics is. Is that like trigonometric functions? Word Life, this is basic trigonomics. Let's take a look at the poll. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Maia plus 150, underdog. O'Neal, the minus 175 favorite. Huge reach advantage for O'Neal, 69-64. Both walking in at 125. Maia 34, O'Neal 25. Maia 5'4", O'Neal 5'6", and there's the the grimace skinned coat of Bruce Buffer. And the poll is up now. Can you circle an octagon? Geometry's a myth, bro. God damn it, Supi Kamikuru. But that will be our poll for this fight. O'Neal 3-0 as a UFC favorite and has the blank stare of either a video game character or a serial killer, which tracks because they're Scottish. That is the violent stare of someone who's about to commit a very, very, very harmful thing to someone's noggin. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting fight. Maia looking good, but I don't know if Maia is going to be the one to get the stoppage here or get the win here. We'll see. We'll see what transpires over the course of this fight. Let us know who you think is going to walk out with the W in our second fight of the afternoon here. I'm Matt Ryan. Herb Dean, your referee. Stanley Franklin. Stan Stradamus has Gaethje losing like Purdue, hard to the chin KO. Top G Terrence, can I put all of my money on Jennifer Maia? Buddy, what do you do? Are you working or are you shooting? I just need to know, are you working or are you shooting? And here we go with round number 1. O'Neal the first to the center of the octagon. Quick combination from both fighters. O'Neal trying to pressure Maia to the fence. Kick to the body. Maia landing a couple of punches. After that kick from O'Neal. O'Neal eating shots from Maia. Under 30 seconds gone by. Circling around now is Maia. Her back towards the fence. Left hand thrown by O'Neal. Landed, but getting a couple of hits on the way out. Left-right combination. The right landing by O'Neal. Maia getting a couple of shots in. Uppercut missed by Maia. Left hand thrown by Maia. That one connects. Just about a minute gone by, and they're throwing hard and heavy here. Maia getting the better of the exchange. Left-right combination landed by Maia. 3:50 left to go in round number 1. Another combination, Maia landing about 2 of the 5 punches she threw. Maia missing, almost feigning for a Superman, but not throwing it fully. O'Neal trying to evade the strikes here. Went in with a right hand. Came out with a couple of shots to the dome. Quick left from O'Neal, getting out of the way quickly there. Left-right combination from Maia. 3:10 left to go in round number 1 of 3 for the flyweight division, and Maia landing a right hand, right square to the dome of O'Neal. Right hand landed by O'Neal. Both fighters landing shots to the jaw. 245. Flailing was O'Neal. Left-right combination, then a head kick attempt, hitting the elbow of Maia. 235. Right hand landed, overhand right, but then 3 shots landed by Maia in kind. 222, left hand landed by O'Neal. Maia still around, traipsing around the outside of the octagon, caught between the center and the fence. O'Neal standing in her way. Right hand landed by Maia. 2:08 left to go in round number 1. Missing with the overhand left and then a right uppercut was Maia. 2 minutes left to go in the round now. Right hand missed by Maia. Minute 47 left to go in the round. Minute 41 now. Missing with the right hand is O'Neal. Trying to get inside and lands a right hand. Does Maia. O'Neal. Another left thrown by O'Neal. 39-30 in significant strikes. 69 significant strikes thrown in the round. Nice. Single leg attempt now by Maia. Pressing O'Neal up against the fence. Finding her way out of it is O'Neal. And back into the combo strikes. Both of them landing shots to the noggin. The uppercut by Maia. The last parting blow. Minute 10 left to go in the first round. Overhand right, missed by Maia. Right hand landed by O'Neal, under a minute left to go. Left-right combination missed by Maia. Right hand landed and a knee by Maia after getting clocked by O'Neal. Right hand missed. Quick combination by Maia. 36 seconds left to go in round number 1. Right hand landed by Maia. 30 seconds now. Circling around is Jennifer Maia. Now in the center of the octagon. Maia lands a couple of shots and does not land the head kick. 15 seconds left to go. Both trying to counter-strike one another, but much like me in the early 2000s, the counter-strike doesn't work that well. Left uppercut. And a left hand, and that'll be the end of the round. Back and forth round right now. For me, it's 10-9 Maia. Despite some solid effort by O'Neal, Maia, the more veteran fighter, having over 20 more fights than her. And they check the inside of the nose as there's some swelling there. The Scottish come Australian fighter in a bit of trouble in the first round. Possibly the biggest fight of her career, even though she's faced Roxanne Modafferi, she's fought Antonina Shevchenko. This is her second time appearing on a pay-per-view card, whether it's prelim or main card. So this is a big step-up opportunity here for Casey O'Neal. And they're just Maia landing punches and bunches in round number 1. Maia's going for fight of the night. And thank you, Top G Turns, for the kind words. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, the professor, Olive the Fat Baby, and the producer, MG Geek. Starting things off, both landing left hands to the jaw. And Maia throwing flurries. O'Neal way more measured in how she throws strikes straight left. Maia, a little bit more of that Tijuana boxing, that quick peasants, bang, 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 bang. O'Neal more measured, trying to find the spots, trying to land heavy blows. And Maia just trying to lay on the numbers here, which may be an effective way to win against someone who's a native of the UK. And as we all know, MMA judging is whose line rules. The rules are made up, and the points don't matter. Landing the right twice, but eating a shot from O'Neal. Maia getting the better of that exchange, but a receipt left by the Scotswoman. Minute gone by in the second round, pardon me. Pacing around. Standing in the center of the octagon is O'Neal, and if you like the call, if you like what you're seeing and what you're hearing, be sure to drop some money in the super chat or head over to patreon.com/Dan A. White. That's patreon.com/Dan A. White. Maia tried to go for a grapple, but threw 2 right uppercuts in exchange as both fighters peeled back. And you can see some swelling on O'Neal's face. And now Maia, stepping back, lands a right uppercut. Both fighters missing on some overhand heavy shots. O'Neal with that straight left, alternating her stance, and Maia getting in some right hand, some overhand right hooks. Left-right combination downstairs, upstairs by O'Neal does not totally land. Maia landing shots and bunches. O'Neal throwing a head kick just to try to get Maia away from her. Under 3 minutes now left to go in the round. Deep water right now for Casey O'Neal. I almost said April O'Neal. I stopped myself, but I'm going to acknowledge that I almost said it. 2:39 left to go. She's going to need Leonardo, Rafael, and Michelangelo, who's in fact a party dude, to help out in the corner right now as Maia continues to try to find ways to dissect Casey O'Neal. O'Neal undefeated heading into tonight. Combinations from Maia, overhand left, and then a push kick from Maia to the face of O'Neal. Overhand right. And another right. Oh, some clubbing blows from Maia. Oh, trigger. Oh, Maia almost rubber band AI'd O'Neal with a right hand. Minute 55 left to go. Overhand right by Maia, circling around, octagoning around. Trying to
way to be accurate.
outpace her opponent. Solid overhand right by Maia. 90 seconds left to go in round number 2. Propensity of punches from both competitors. Stiff left hook from Maia. Maia eating some shots. O'Neal trying to turn things around. Maia trying to go for the takedown now as O'Neal pressed up against the fence. Minute 9 left to go. And also reminding me that the gear the UFC fighters wear looks way too much like Chris Benoit's gear, and it makes me a little uncomfortable. A minute left to go in the round. Pressed up against the fence is O'Neal. Maia working on the midsection, trying to adjust for a takedown. Both fighters. O'Neal gets hit with the left to the fucking head and eats it like sandwiches in the morning and keeps plowing on through. She is down on points in my opinion, but trying to fight and soldier through. Maia landing more strikes. In terms of significant strikes, it was 55-38 in round 1, 43-27 in favor of Maia in both round 1 and round 2. Nearly 100 significant strikes landed by Maia, and she gets a right hand and eats it. The right side of O'Neal's face starting to swell right by the eyebrow. 7 seconds left to go in the round. O'Neal eating another shot, and we will go to round number 3 with Maia cruising against Casey O'Neal. Taking a look at the chat here. Top G Terrence, I'm watching these fights in my mama's basement because I sold my house and put $125K on Vettori. Good rib, brother. Good rib. Of the fat baby, not interested in any of the action so far today. Licking faces and hanging out. Stephen Kelleher had a big...
Just like her mom. Sorry, I had to get that in.
I have no words for that.
I was trying to take a drink. Stephen Kelleher is back. He knocked himself out with an early too big puff. He Frasered himself. Well, we're glad you're back, and well, we've all been there. The fight ending, the main event ending by submission is plus 1,100. I got $5. And here we go, round number 3. Herb Dean, once again, your referee. So place your bets, folks. Minus 500 favorite is Maia. O'Neal, a plus 370 underdog in live odds. And Maia throwing an uppercut from hell to the jaw of O'Neal. O'Neal has been dragged into the deep water, has been thrown into the pool, and has no floaties. Right now, she's got to flail herself to safety and get a stoppage in the next 4.5 minutes. Kick to the rib cage by O'Neal. Much like the national animal of Scotland, the unicorn, the chance of O'Neal winning and finding said unicorn are fleeting. Pressed up against the fence now is Maia, who O'Neal for some reason tried to get a takedown with. Transitioning now versus waistlock into an abdominal stretch attempt, maybe? Maia stepping over the leg of O'Neal. A minute gone by here in the third. And then needed a head. She stepped over to throw a fucking knee. Jennifer Maia rules. Throwing a left was Maia. O'Neal leading with the right and getting pieced up in the process. Circling around now is Maia. O'Neal standing in the center of the octagon. Octagon positioning has done fuck all for O'Neal in this fight. 3:28 left to go. Pacing and circling around is Maia. Maia eats a left hand from O'Neal. 3:20 left to go in this flyweight matchup. Uppercut and a couple of shots landed by Maia. Flurry by O'Neal, landing maybe 1 or 2 of them. Devastating shots by Maia. Head kick landed by O'Neal. Another straight left landed by Maia. 3:06 left to go in the round. Overhand right does not land by O'Neal. And Maia solves it with a couple of right hands and a knee to the noggin. 2:58 left to go in the round. Maia gets hit with a devastating blow. Will shake it off and keep moving. O'Neal trying to step in for the kill. Gets pieced up and sent almost flying by Maia. And yes, for $200, I will shave my head. For $500 in Super Chat, I will shave my whole face except for my eyebrows. $18.75 to shave my pubic area. I will not be doing that on the air, though, because we would get banned. And then the price to show my junk is way higher. Way higher. Needed a body, a quick flurry there. After a straight right hand and a left hands from both fighters. Another left hand thrown by Maia. It was a left hook. Circling around the outside of the octagon. O'Neal has stuck pace in this fight, but has been outpounded. It's got to be one donation of $200. One $200 donation. Left hand thrown by O'Neal, not landing. Left-right combination. Minute 55 left to go. In the center, minute 45. Minute 38 now left to go in the fight. I've sold my dignity for $200, folks. Welcome to America. Flurry again. O'Neal missing and Maia hitting a left-right combination. Circling around now is Maia. Trying to sweep the leg was O'Neal. A minute 11 left to go. Left-right combination by O'Neal. Right-left combination by O'Neal. 1 minute left to go until the scorecards. Combination just fighting at a phone booth. Hard to keep track of the strikes, but Maia getting the better of almost every exchange. Maia now, reverse waistlock applied, trying to go for the Luther Campbell. Stepping over again into that variation of the abdominal stretch. Does not go for the arms, is not pulling an IRS. Just stepping over the hip and now pressing O'Neal into the fence. 28 seconds. Yet again, $200. I will shave my head on the air. $500. I will be completely clean shaven right here on the program. 15 seconds left to go in the round. 10 seconds now until we go to the scorecards. Battling it out, right hand by O'Neal. 5 seconds. O'Neal trying to finish the fight. Trying to look strong. Going to the scorecards. And they will throw wildly until the bell. And we will go to the scorecards. Trigger D, dignity is temporary, but good Italian food is forever. Was that the Olive Garden's catchphrase in the late 90s? I'm asking. I'm just asking.
So you said that it is $200 to shave your head.
Yes.
$500 to take your beard with it. You
Yes.
value your beard more than your hair.
Well, because if I'm
That's what that
shaved,
sounds
because I'm looking under the logic, if I have a shaved head and a beard and mustache, I'll at least look okay. If I'm completely cue-bald, if I am bald from the top of my head to my eyebrows and then all the way down, I'm just going to look like a baby.
I want everyone to know this man is currently in therapy.
Yes.
Like, this is
Shout
somebody
out-
who already has
Shout out
help.
to Kate.
This
Shout
is
out to
someone
my
who
shrink.
already currently has help. Just throwing that out there.
Recession a motherfucker. Tax season, baby. Tax season.
So if you get that money, maybe we can finally get new dining chairs.
Oh,
Wow.
no, that money.
There was some anger in that.
Good. Raiden, if you want to talk to 4 or 3 other people, have them send you $50 each, and then via your whatever payment method. 30, 27, 29, 28, and 29, and then another score, 29, 28 for Jennifer Maia. Winner by unanimous decision will go to 21, 9, and 1, winning by UD. And Casey O'Neal will get her first professional loss, the BJJ brown belt. Loses to the Muay Thai fighter. There's Storm Z. I don't know who the fuck that is. KSI is there. Joanna Jacek, former UFC strawweight champion, holding up a Monster Energy water bottle for money reasons, I assume.
She's just a really big fan.
She's just a big fan of Monster Energy water, something you cannot buy at any store anywhere ever. Someone find me I will buy it right now on the show if someone can send me an Amazon link or some sort of link to buy Monster Energy water. Wait, if you donate $200, I will shave my head. Stephen Kelleher, I am not doing what you suggest.
The Charlie Chaplin mustache.
I don't care. I have to be on television in 7 days. Like I'm going to be on TV in Europe and in America.
Face first into the point. You still. Exactly. They love Charlie Chaplin.
No.
You can't tell me that anyone wearing that mustache in Europe was not very well known.
From the year 1920, then the year 1935 to 1945 kind of ruined that mustache.
Is Chaplin dead? What happened?
Bryan Barberena and Gunnar Nelson are next. Steph, you can take over. I'm going to use the bathroom. Gunnar Nelson looking like a Minnesota cop, looking like he's in Fargo.
So still no one's explaining what happened. What happened? Why can't anyone wear the Charlie Chaplin mustache? Did something happen in Europe? I wasn't alive, so I don't know, and I don't know where my spirit was before I was born, if that existed. I have no recollection. If you have a recollection of where you were before you were born, please share the stories. And why don't we churn butter anymore? I'm asking the real questions.
Matt is a man of culture, he says.
How much to shave my head? Haha, never. I can listen. You're dealing with somebody who's very insecure. I need my hair. Also, like, I'm not on, like, you don't see me. I could just say I shaved my head. You just play some sound effects of a razor and we'll pretend. Oh no, and oh no, I'm totally bald. This feels so strange. They're asking if I shaved my head, and I said it wouldn't, but you can't tell.
No.
You have no idea. Oh no, space monkeys are attacking.
Yeah, if I do shave my head, I'm just going to wear a spoiler mask for the rest of time until and Bryan Barberena dancing to the Octagon.
Somebody else can one of our lovely people here in the chat fill me in on what song he's walking out?
Yeah, someone let us know what he's. Also, according to the poll, you can circle an octagon. 91% say yes, 9% say no. Stanley Franklin, the world's smallest bladder. This is the first time I've went to the bathroom this show. How dare you? Also, I've drank 2 of these in a bucket of water.
Apologize to the professor. I'm sorry. They don't care about math. Everyone says yes. Because you're the one making the shape. You're circling the octagon.
Yes.
Oh, that's fair.
When you say stuff based in reality to someone who is very much in the academic world, it's like the gears can't turn.
It's like watching.
Like there's a wrench in the cog, like the machine is not working.
It's like if you like built your own PC and it's like a see-through like it's a see-through computer.
Yes.
And you just watch it restart in real time.
He has one of those. That's exactly what it is.
He's a fancy boy. But yet again, if you give me $500, I will shave my beard and my hair on the air.
NoHo Hank style.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping my eyebrows.
Well, yes.
$1,000. $1,000. One donation of $1,000, I'll do all of it.
Your eyebrows are. Do you understand? This is what I find interesting. Is technically your hair to you is worth $200. Your beard is worth $300, but your eyebrows, are worth $500.
I have my limits. I have my choices. And my opinion is my opinion. Can we octagon in a circle, though?
Can we octagon in a circle? Again, if it's the shape you make, yes, it would just be very difficult.
Also, Top G Terrence, why did you buy a 12-pack of Yoo-Hoos? Yoo-Hoo is an inferior beverage. Hungover Moth is here. Yay. Trigger D, if you give me $500, I'll shave my mom's head. See? That's back in the Memphis territory, you got a bit of a payday for it. That's what I'm talking about here.
I mean, I would make
so Lucha de Apuesta.
I would make that offer, but she's dead.
All right.
So.
Here's the thing. For $275, here's what I'll do. For $275, I will look like Gunnar Nelson. Bald head and just a mustache. I'll pull off the Bronson. Because that's what he looks like. He looks like Bronson, the Tom Hardy, the person Tom Hardy played in that film, Bronson.
Are we doing this on the air? Because when is this gonna when?
As soon as someone donates the money, as soon as the money gets donated, as soon as we see that super chat and we can see that's in there, or if you donate it to if you make a $275 subscription to our Patreon, patreon.com/Danny White, I will do it live on the air. We will just need like a bowl or some sort of thing. Hashtag capitalism, baby. That's right. I'm a capitalist because I have to be, not because I want to be.
Oh God, my good bowl.
Stephen Kelleher, if you drink enough, you can octagon in a urinal.
I feel like if you wanted to just shave one eyebrow, I feel like it would be more.
Yeah, no, that would be $500. That'd be $500. One eyebrow's $500.
Because I mean, off camera, you're gonna be shaving both of them. If you shave one,
it
pretty much means you're
I'm shaving both.
the other. So
yeah.
Okay,
Jason
that was
Brooks
wrong.
asked me an actual MMA related question. Do we like Gunnar by sub or KO? Let's see. He's submitted 12 people. He's knocked out 4. And Barberena has lost both by knockout and submission twice, and to his barber, it seems. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Nelson 34, Barberena 33, slight height advantage for Barberena, 6 foot to 5'11", slight weight and reach advantage, 171 to 170, and 72.5 to 72. How much for the left side of the beard, right eyebrow, and a mohawk? $675.
I like the mohawk idea.
Mohawk?
All
right, I'll shave my hair into a mohawk for $150. Talk amongst yourselves. If you got to DM each other, if you got to find each other on social media. Stephen Kelleher donating $5 to the cause. Some of that straight cash. Homie, give it to me one time, Steph.
That's what it's gonna be now.
To rock the full Zang.
That, I'm just gonna make guttural noise.
Yeah. How much to rock the full Zangief from Street Fighter? That's $185 for the full Zangief.
I'm not keeping track of any of this.
I'm trying to see if someone's actually going to do it. Like, if they donate the money, I have to do it. Like, you can't not do it.
Sure.
Also, I feel like if Andrew knew about this, he would have donated the money by now. Like, I'm surprised MG hasn't snitch texted
him right now.
Trigger D's about to sell some Dogecoin.
I can.
Two dudes who look like cops who aren't cops, I think, are about to fight inside the octagon. Here we go. Round 1 at 170 pounds. Brought to you by my barber, who's going to be pissed the next time I see him. Barberena doing some gesturing with his arms. He's very energetic here in the early going. Stanley Franklin, we'll wait you out until the last fight and you'll do it for $20 and like it. No, I won't. Now, don't make me raise the price out of spite. 428 left to go. One hair at a time, $25 each. That's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair, buddy. It's thick up here. Not a lot of doing here. Barberena and Nelson trying to get a feel for themselves. Gunnar Nelson, much to popular belief, is not named after the character from D2, despite him being from Iceland. Barberena circling around the octagon. Lands a quick shot on Nelson, does Barberena. Also, be sure to hit that like button, ring the notification bell, subscribe, stay for a while, call somebody, let them know what we're doing here, and give us a subscription if you want to join and hang out with us, if you want to gift super secret subscription. You can do that as well. 329 left to go. In round number 1, little electric football here from both fighters. Nelson steps inside, lands a right hand, and now trying to get a takedown on Barberena. Barberena stifles Nelson, even though Barberena is pressed up against the fence. Right hand by Nelson. Barberena holding on to the thigh, creeping it up slowly like an awkward third date. Right hand again by Nelson. Nelson trying to gain some control here. Elbow and now a forearm keeping Nelson away. Barberena trying to keep himself upright here, not trying to end up in the Mormon or Luther Campbell positions. Pressed up against the fence by Gunnar Nelson. 2:45 left to go. Barberena trying to shimmy his way out of this situation. Needed a body. Barberena trying to change the polarity, trying to switch things around, but Nelson just holding on for dear life, pressuring against Barberena, not able to interlock the fingers is Nelson. Barberena trying to slide his way out, but he is unable to, and pressed up against the fence. Kind of a variation of a collar and elbow tie-up. Barberena trying to force off Nelson with his right forearm. Nelson picks up the leg and gets the takedown. And now trying to climb up Barberena. Barberena's head pressed up against the fence. Barberena locking around, trying to isolate the left leg of Nelson so he can't get in the side control, and now tilting his body so they are pressed up against the fence. Nelson now trying to get up and over. The leg still grapevine by Barberena on the bottom. Minute 43 left to go, and now Nelson continuing to try to transition in the side control. Barberena doing a good job of defending against it. 90 seconds left to go. Barberena landing some forearms and punches from the bottom. Transitions into side control. And now trying to... Nope, he's not able to fully position himself. Barberena still holding on to that leg. And a lot of pressure on that leg of Gunnar Nelson. You could see Barberena... You could see a contusion almost, or just pressure. Oh, and trying to bend that leg is Barberena, and a horrible... big forearm. Horrible in the sense that had to hurt like a son of a bitch for Barberena by Nelson, and an elbow to the side of the head by Gunnar Nelson. Now trying to isolate the arm, maybe go for a Kimura from the bottom is Nelson. An elbow to the side of the head again by Nelson. Now trying to posture up is Gunnar Nelson. 40 seconds left to go. Driving the forearm into the face of Bryan Barberena. Lands a right hand is Gunnar Nelson. 34 seconds left to go in the first round. Barberena trying to maybe go for a choke from the top position here. Again, Barberena holding on to that leg for dear life. Barberena ends up having to let the leg go. Now posturing up, trying to posture up, is Nelson. 18 seconds, an elbow to the face. Dragging that forearm along, trying to grind it and pulling it into an armbar. Trying to pull it up. He's got the armbar, and it's over. Gunnar Nelson finds a way to climb, slip, slide, and take the victory in round 1, climbing Bryan Barberena like a fucking jungle gym to get the armbar with 8 seconds left in the round. Trigger D, Barberena. Good one. Solid one, guys. And Barberena showing Gunnar Nelson respect, a hug, and an indication that just whispering words into his ear. Both men dapping each other up. As Gunnar Nelson will go to 19-5-1. And Barberena will get his 10th professional loss. And Andrew, and they'll show this here. This snitch tagging motherfucker. Triggedy. Barberena, you broke my hand.
If he's got that much, now I'm mad for you not upping the price.
Yeah. For Zarian, it's $650.
He's got the executive.
And a hat. I want a Matman hat. So I'm going to have to wear it.
The sad part is it would just go right back to him.
Oh, if I don't see that fucking money.
Yeah, donations, I don't. That's not.
Oh, he knows my bank information. That son of a bitch knows where to send me money. Now, for him, that has to hit my bank account. Don't okey doke me, son.
Like, I thought the donations go to us. What the hell?
They do. They should.
Yeah, no.
Run me my money. And Gunnar Nelson getting the win. Trigger D, no lie, you just hit those notes like they owe you money. Why, thank you. Donate $20, I will sing another Beach Boy song. Where's my water? But Gunnar Nelson getting the winny win. And we are down to our last two fights of the afternoon. And
Wow.
it's 6:30. It's 6:30, guys.
Would they actually do this before 8 o'clock? Finish before 8? I hope so.
If they do, I'm gonna be happy. You get to watch your XFL. You get to watch whatever the Battle Hawks take on the happenstances or the Baba
DC
Booies. Yeah.
Defenders.
The DC defense. Oh.
Yes. I gotta
If you
go
like
do that
good
after
football, I'll make an appeal now. If you like good football, the American Sevens Football League starts up next week, and it's a7fl.tv. That's a7fl.tv. I will be calling 3 football games a week. So if you want to hear this, but football with 2 other psychopaths, go to a7fl.tv. You can also subscribe to my podcast, the A7FL 3-on-1 podcast, the A7FL on YouTube. Stephen
Just
Keller
learned
at
you have
6:30.
have a very important fan on that too. Apparently, Mr. Tomlin.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, Mike Tomlin, a big fan of the A7FL. Anna Taylor-Joy is at the UFC for some reason. Jimmy Manua, Brad Pickett, who I have not seen in forever. And there's Miles. What the fuck is he doing in England? Why is Miles Teller there? Bucko in New Zealand saying 6:30 pish. It's not even noon here in exotic New Zealand, but it's Sunday there. Like, Meet the Press or whatever the fuck you have that is considered Meet the Press is already done, and like you can have lunch. I don't know. Shout out Steve Ricard. That's the only thing I know about New Zealand. That and the Bushwhackers.
And that they're called Kiwis?
Yes, that too, and also the violent humans that come from there, like Adesanya and company. Adesanya and Company, that sounds like a fun sitcom. Like, I would watch that. That's like on UPN after Girlfriends or Malcolm and Eddie. Remember the UPN stuff?
The UPN?
The UPN,
I remember the UPN.
The United Paramount Network?
What was on? Oh, like, I'm sure I've seen shows that were on it. I just can't remember what they were. Girlfriends,
Malcolm and Eddie, Homeboys from Outer Space. That was a real show. So was, it was from Clerks, the cartoon. Oh, what the fuck was it? I hate that I can't remember it.
The Living Single wasn't on that, was it?
No, that was on Fox.
That was Fox?
That was Fox, yeah. Do you think I can have another beverage?
Is that you asking me? Yes.
Yes, please and thank you.
Also, I looked up this arena, and they have a lot of different food places.
Ooh!
One of which is called Doner Kebab.
Ooh, that's a chain. Doner Kebab, I think, is a chain in the UK.
A lot of chains. It's just one of them. Well, looks like I don't know what Doner meats are. I have no idea. Maybe it's like Arby's.
Oh, it's a type of kebab?
It's a type of kebab.
So,
but it says German. I don't know what the meats are. They have them.
They're Arby's?
They're Arby's, but for Germans or Turkish.
We've got und meats.
But one of the things here for £5, it's essentially a burger.
What?
With cool original Doritos.
For $5?
If that means Cool Ranch or just regular Doritos, but they got Doritos on a burger with cheese sauce.
For £5.
For £5.
How much is that in actual money?
I think it's so, I don't know, $6.
Well, we all have devices that could solve this question.
I'm looking.
I'm looking it up for you right now.
I could have sworn we were closer to the pound than that. Did the pound really go up that much?
No.
I know our money is worth more in Canada.
That's true.
That's what I do know. Everything I bought, I'm like, it's like 15% less than that. 609. Yay.
Congratulations.
$6. That's still pretty good for arena food. A burger like that, with like a specialty with fucking Doritos on it.
And Stanley
you go to
Franklin,
City Field, that'd be $15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if that. The fucking the General So's and Tater gimmick is like $25. Stanley Franklin is right. We need more sweeties. Share us on social media. Share the link. Text it to your friends. Text it to people you know. Text it to people you don't know. Text it to your mom. What's your mom doing?
Even if she's dead, text her.
Yeah. What's her interests are? Who she be with? What numbers to dial?
What'd she be doing on Saturday?
What that mouth do?
Does she want her head shaved, according to someone in the chat?
Yeah. Remember, for $250, is it $200? For $200, I'll shave my head. For $500, I'll shave my face.
Unless you're Andrew Zarian, you get the executive discount, which is the opposite.
Yes.
You have to pay more.
It's the fuck you pay me discount. Trigger D in San Fran, you can get a 7-ounce beer for like $97. Oh, the same thing here. Like, trying to get a beer at City Field is like, it's like, I can smuggle like 8 of these in, and it would be cheaper. Also, sponsor me, alcohol people. I'm one of you. I like what you like. You like what I like. Money.
They also have a TGI Fridays inside that arena.
Why?
I don't know. Makes me sick.
We don't allow TGI Fridays in arenas in this country. Like, come on. Like, why would you?
Someone that worked for them, that's just they are.
Why did you work for TGI Fridays?
I did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you have to wear flair? Or is it like a Bennigan's thing?
No.
Yeah.
No. It was right. It was right. And I worked there back in the day when they did that.
Fuck the McRib, by the way. Look, guys, the guys from Combat Culture might want to hop on and donate $200. Ha! Them give me money. No, nothing but the best to those guys. I think.
Thoughts and prayers.
I think the guys from Bloody Elbow like started a Substack. Like, I think our old bosses traded. They got laid off, and then they got Bloody Elbow back in some sort of weird trade with Vox. So like, Combat Culture is owned by the Bloody Elbow people again. So does that mean I can get my archives? Because that would be awesome. That'd be awesome if I got those archives.
Put up our last show, you cowards.
Michael Radin donating $5 to the cause as Fiziev makes his way down to the Octagon. Matt, great contributions to the channel these past couple of months. Is Andrew joining you, or is he on a jet with Gavin Rossdale and Eddie Vedder? I don't get that bit, but yeah, no, that tracks. The Handsome Boys Modeling Club. Yeah, they just travel along singing songs on ukuleles. Like, that's pretty much all they do. Like, Andrew exclusive.
He tries to dance to whatever they're doing.
I've known Andrew 7 years, maybe a little more, a little less, yet to see him dance. And I'm imagining it.
When we used to do the watch alongs, the wrestling ones, he would do it. He would do anything.
But yeah, he's a crazy person. He's a lunatic. Trigger D saying, all hail Matt Ryan, the MF and go. Well, thank you. Rafael Fiziev, third longest active winning streak in the division. Was he's about to step inside the Octagon with a really wonderful braid job. Like, whoever did his braids, excellent. And my God, is that man cut? Jesus. That man's built like that. Remember that child Hercules that was like popular on the internet in the early 2000s? It's basically what that is. And Trigger D saying I bet he dances like Stipe. Kelleher, does this fight go 2 rounds? I think 2.5. 2.5 is a fair estimate to me. Like that I would take that. Like that's a push ostensibly, but I would take that. I would take over 2.5 rounds. I think this fight doesn't go the distance, but my point still stands. Might have just texted someone, "Do it, pussy," to the threat of me shaving my head. Might have texted someone we've been talking about, "Do it, pussy," because I'm a good friend. Alan loves MMA. I think he can last a round and a half, maybe. Stanley Franklin, spray water on him, Steph. What did I do?
I think you were just quiet for a second.
Oh. Stephen Kelleher, both of these motherfuckers throw bombs and they fight in the pocket. That's fair. It's fair.
Time to Octagon in the circle.
Gaethje looking like every country rapper of the last 5 years. When did that become a thing? Like people like Hardy. Like I saw him perform at the Royal Rumbles, like these country rap rock people. Like I miss Bubba Sparks and Paul Wall, where it was like Southern rap, not whatever the fuck it is now.
What is a country rapper?
Like Hardy, like he's popular on the top 40 charts. It's like country rock, but there's just
no. I know what country is, and I know what rap is. I cannot think of a solid example of any song I've heard.
Because you avoid the radio outside of New York.
I avoid the radio.
Like I don't know what rock music is anymore. Like popular rock music.
Fucking my Chuck McGill. I avoid the radio. She avoids the radio.
Justin Gaethje, the former UFC interim lightweight champion, most performance awards since 2017. It's a violent man. He knows what love is. He knows what violence is. But will he be able to get the win here tonight? Lost 2 of his last 3 to Charles Oliveira at UFC 274 and Khabib at UFC 254. His last win was in between that at UFC 268 against Michael Chandler. Trigger D, this ain't a hip-hop record. These are motherfucking country rap tunes. R.I.P. Pimp C. That's right, Trigger D. Hungover Moth, it's just rap with country elements. Yeah, like I like country music. I like rap music. I love Southern rap music. But there's certain elements of it that are too caucastic for me. And I know looking at me, that seems ridiculous. But shout out to everybody watching along in the chat.
Call me Mr. Caucastic. That's the first thing I thought when you said that.
Stephen Kelleher predicting Justin pieces him up at a distance and then wrestles. If they brawl, it's just going to end suddenly. Yes, this might be car crash territory. Not in the funny way, the sound effect way. It's just going to be a colliding of 2 people. Fiziev 30, Gaethje 34. Gaethje 5'11 to 5'8 of Fiziev, both at 156 pounds. But Fiziev, even though he is 3 inches smaller than Gaethje, has the 1.5 inch reach advantage, 71.5 to 70. Shasta McMuffin, Justin going to throw them leg kicks. Shasta McMuffin just reminds me of another UPN short-lived program, Shasta McNasty, which starred Jake Busey. It was about a rap group called Shasta McNasty. All things come back to random white people rapping. That's what I've come to at this stage of my life. At the end of my life. Fiziev's body doesn't look like it's another action figure body. Like that shouldn't be a body a person has. Like it's not fair. It's just not fair how cut that man is. Bill Elder, I'm looking for I'm here for the violence and yelling. Trick said, Bill, you've come to the right place. Yes, you have. Raiden Thacker, I bet $10 that the winning round and minute will be the first minute of round 3. It pays $3.10. If I hit, get your razor mat. Ooh, you're going to spend your money that you won on a bet on me shaving my head. I love you people because you're just as ridiculous as the rest of us. Like, it's an absurd community we have here. And next time we're with you, probably more sweeties will be joining us. But we're building a new and interesting audience here. And I'd like to do more of these, but I don't have time anymore to do more of these. Mark Goddard, you're official. For our co-main event at 155 pounds, Fiziev walking into tonight 12-1. Gaethje 23-4. I was just told to shave my pubes and do a Buffalo Bill by somebody. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. And here we go with round number 1. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Gaethje keeping his hands up. Gaethje kind of looks like Boomhauer. Leg kick by Gaethje. Fiziev controlling the center of the octagon. Over 30 seconds gone by. Both men pacing. Electric football stances. 4:15 now. Leg kick missed by Gaethje. Gaethje with his back to the octagon fence. Trying to pace around. Create an opportunity here against Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev avoiding a body kick by Gaethje. Trying to pace around. Feigning the kick. Missing a kick is Fiziev. Excuse me. Body kick that time landed by Fiziev. 3:35. Gaethje missing leg kick. Trying to pace around. Kick to the body. Overhand right missed by Fiziev. Overhand left missed by Fiziev. Left-right combination landed 3:16. What left to go in round 1? Kick to the leg, and then Fiziev trying to land some big strikes. Blocked, and then another solid right hand from Fiziev. Kick to the body. 2:56 left to go. Trying to get inside. Collar and elbow tie up, knee to the head by Fiziev. Circling in, Gaethje steps in with a right hand. Fiziev blocked it. 2:39 left to go in the round. Two and a half minutes now left to go. Circling around. Not a lot doing here. Some solid striking, but both of these guys taking a calm approach. And as soon as I say that, missing with the right, but landing with the overhand left is Justin Gaethje. 2:06 left to go now. Fiziev trying to be the more pressuring fighter. Gaethje, the one closer to the fence. Fiziev steps in with a combination to the body. Doesn't land, but he lands a short body kick. Throws a combination to the head that will land on the wrists of Gaethje. And Gaethje gets caught for a second, but recovers. Push kick. Gaethje lands with a kick of his own. Gaethje eats a couple of shots and will spin out of it. 39 seconds left to go. 99 seconds left to go, pardon me. Gaethje, the more measured fighter of the two. Fiziev steps inside, lands a combination, and Gaethje just landing some wild clubbing blows back to the center of the octagon. Steps inside with an uppercut as Fiziev. Trying to pace around. Kick to the body. Right hand by Gaethje. Another right hand by Gaethje. Throws a straight left. 1:03 left to go in the round. Under a minute left to go in the first round. Missing with that kick is Fiziev to the ankle of Gaethje. Kick to the body by Fiziev. Doesn't get all of it, though. Going for the takedown is Gaethje, and he hits a couple of shots, then throws an overhand right that doesn't land. 39 seconds left to go in the round. Kick to the body by Fiziev. Doesn't get all of it, just gets the toes. Kick to the ankle, and then an overhand left by Fiziev after the kick to the ankle by Gaethje. 25 seconds left to go in the round. Gaethje, pressured, pressed up against the fence, will eat a knee from Fiziev. Got it caught in the shoulder. 7 seconds left to go. They'll lock up. And Fiziev eats a shot or two from Gaethje to the ribs, and that'll be the end of round number 1. They'll dap each other up and go to the corner. And a shout out to the chat. Marathon Refrigeration. Y'all gotta like this chat, and you got it. It's a great community we're building here. Shout out to everyone watching and shout out to everyone hanging out with us. Share it on social media. You can give me a follow on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. It's at Matt Ryan Yells. You can also head on over to patreon.com/Dan A. White. That's patreon.com/Dan A. White to donate, or you can donate to the super chat. $20 gets you a song. $200 gets me to shave my head. $500 gets me to shave the whole fucking thing. Round 1 down. You nervous yet, Matt? I'm not nervous. Why would I be nervous? Sure, the thought of me with a bald head keeps me up at night sometimes. Am I afraid that I won't get my hair back, or my hairline's going to recede, or that I'm actually balding up top? One of my greatest fears? Yes. But I'm going to no-sell it. It's fuck you. I made my bet. I'm going to lie into it. I commit to the bit. 10 seconds in the round number 2. Fiziev controlling the pace of this fight so far. He controls the center of the octagon. 20 seconds gone by. Overhand left. Gaethje eats a kick to the body, locks up and tries to throw a shoulder strike. Does not land. He eats a right hand for his trouble. He'll peel out of it. And now Gaethje trying to put some pressure on Fiziev. Fiziev switches up his stance and now leads with his right. 4:20 left to go in round number 2. Gaethje steps inside, feints a right hand, tries to throw the left, does not go. Fiziev once again controlling the center of the octagon. Knee by Fiziev does not land. Left hand thrown by Fiziev. Gaethje getting out of the way. Fiziev, knee to the body. In the grapple here, in a tie-up. Peels out of it, does Gaethje. Almost eats a right hand and barely avoids a back fist. Gets pressured and then a knee to the body and a finger poke and a poke to the eyes by Gaethje. And Fiziev will walk it off, and he'll go to a neutral corner. Time will stop, and we will get a 5-minute, up to 5-minute respite in our co-main event. Taking a look again on the replay. Looked like he was trying to pie face. No, that was deliberate. He bear pawed the face of Fiziev, and there's already a welt underneath the eye, and we'll continue here. Oh, Raiden, if you need hair for that transplant, just give me 200 and I'll take a little off the top for you. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Raiden Thacker getting a hair transplant on April 3rd. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully you get the follicles and not the plugs. 3 minutes now. Kick to the body by Fiziev. Overhand left. Missed by Gaethje. Fiziev. Controlling the center of the octagon. Kick missed by Gaethje. Kick to the body, and Gaethje coming out of the gates, but Fiziev blocking the shots, but some powerful strikes from Gaethje. 2.5 minutes now left to go in the round. Well, you could I'll just ferment it for you. I'll dip it in some dye for you. Stepping inside Fiziev, and then a right hand by Gaethje. Steps inside, right hand, and then a knee by Fiziev. Gaethje throwing some wild shots. 2:13 left to go in the round. Straight left from Gaethje. The pressure intensifying here in round number 2. Kick to the body. Gaethje lands a right hand after some shots from Fiziev. Steps in with a left hand. Does Fiziev missing with a right is Gaethje. Gaethje gets with a right hand into a clinch, and Gaethje will fight his way out of it. Standing in the center of the octagon. Missing with the right hand was Gaethje. Tried to get with the overhand left, did not land. 92 seconds left to go. 20-11 in head strikes. Gaethje with the lead. Fiziev landing 26-8 in body strikes. 6-1 for Gaethje in terms of shots to the leg. Minute 20 left to go in the round. Minute 14. Once you get sponsors, Shasta McMuffin, I'm stealing that. Save a little cash, homie, and use our sponsor. I don't have one, but we'll figure it out. Minute 4 left to go. Tapping with the left hand was Gaethje on Fiziev. Kick to the leg. Right to the shin by Fiziev. Under a minute now. It's getting squeaky. Fiziev controlling the center of the octagon. Dancing around is Justin Gaethje. Back getting pressed closer and closer to the fence. Oh, landed a shot, a left hand to the face, but ate a kick for his troubles, did Gaethje. 26 seconds left to go in the round now. Fiziev trying to put the pressure on, missing with the head kick, tried to step in with it. Missing with the left hand was Gaethje. He lost his footing there for a second. Look at his ankle buckled. Spinning attack by Gaethje does not go. 3 seconds left to go in the round, and we will go to round number 3. And Gaethje stopped by Mark Goddard from trying to unleash something at the horn. And we will go to the third and final round in the 0-2. Just joining us, I'm Matt Ryan, joined by, on the other side of the metaphorical glass, Stephanie Sotilli, all of the Fat Baby and the Professor. Our producer, all the way in Detroit, is MG Geek. You can follow him on Twitter at 2FightForever. You can follow Steph at Steph Sotilli. Professor, where can we follow you on Twitter?
Gackster29.
That's Gackster29. That's Gakster29 on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. Right now, Gaethje is plus 140. Fiziev minus 175 in the live odds. And Gaethje's face looks better than Fiziev's, but if you look at the stats and you look at how much wind Gaethje is sucking heading into the third round. And according to Raiden Thacker, if Fiziev gets the win, as we enter 7 p.m. in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, if there is a stoppage in the first minute, if there is a stoppage win in the first minute of round 3, I will be shaving my head. 50 seconds left to go until that bet cashes or not. Missing with the right hand is Gaethje. 40 seconds now. Maury's wigs never come off, and possibly not my hair. 30 seconds in, and Gaethje gets caught with a left hand. 29 seconds left to go left in the bet. 4:27 left to go in the fight. Missing with the left hand is Gaethje. Both of them locking up, knowing that this is a thing, possibly. 17 seconds left to go in the bet. 4:15 left to go now in the fight. Overhand right. 10 seconds now until the bet cashes or not. 7 seconds now. Will Gaethje or Fiziev knock the other out in 3 seconds, and the bet will not cash, homie, and we will see my hair stay on unless someone donates $200. 350 now. Gaethje missing with the uppercut, trying to step inside. Kick to the ribs by Fiziev, missing with the left hand. Gaethje stepping inside into a clinch. Knees from Fiziev, shots from Gaethje. And I'll be on the A7FL starting next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on a7fl.tv or the A7FL YouTube channel. 2 games from New Jersey, 1 game from Las Vegas. And Gaethje trying to get the single leg takedown at 313. Missing with the right hand is Gaethje. Kind of stumbled his way out of that one. 3:02 left to go in the round. Leading with the left hand. Not a lot of finishes this main card here tonight. Straight left landed by Gaethje, followed up with another one. Another straight left from Gaethje. Right hand from Fiziev. That paused him. Missing with the kick is Fiziev. Kick to the knee and then a left hand to the head by Fiziev. Another knee face. It is going knee face right now. 55, significant strikes to 59. Fiziev with a slight advantage. That punch caught right under the pectoral muscle of Gaethje, right under the armpit too. And there is a lot of strawberry jam starting to emanate from the right eye of Rafael Fiziev. And Gaethje teed up on it with a couple of left hands. 2:09 left to go. Big strikes here from both men. Kick to the abdomen by Fiziev. Kick to the ankle, and Gaethje lands another left to the eye. Another left to the eye. Trying to matriculate the points here, or maybe get a stoppage. Missing with the overhand right was Gaethje. Minute 54 left to go in our co-main event before we go to the scorecards for a third time this afternoon. Uppercut missing by Gaethje. A minute 45 left to go. Kick to the ribs, left-right combination, met by a left hand by Fiziev. 99 seconds left to go, minute 39, and counting here in round number 3. Kick to the ribs by Fiziev, missing a left and right combination, using his wrists and forearms was Gaethje to block that. Another chop to tree kick from Fiziev. Minute 25 left to go, missing with the left hand, but landing the right was Fiziev. Straight left by Gaethje, but he looked like he screwed up on his plant foot, steps inside. Gaethje slowly bounces off the fence after eating a couple of shots from Fiziev. Getting under and around a couple of shots was Gaethje. Left hand by Gaethje, follows it up with a right uppercut. 1 minute and 1 second left to go. Gaethje steps inside with lefts and rights, getting real snug in there. And then a straight left, pardon me, by Fiziev. 53 seconds left to go. Uppercut by Gaethje. Gaethje in the final 5 minutes has turned on and turned into the fighter we've seen in the past. Straight left from Gaethje. Trying to not abdicate this fight to the rising fighter. Overhand right met by an uppercut from Fiziev to Gaethje. And then Gaethje to Fiziev. 35 seconds left to go. Both of the men, Gaethje trying to lean on Fiziev. Fiziev bleeding. He's got the raspberry jam, the crimson mask, right by that right eye. It is lacerated like a son of a bitch. 20 seconds left to go in round number 3. Left hand missed by Fiziev. Steps in with the right, 43-24 in terms of significant strikes in this third round. Gaethje steps inside with an overhand left and a right uppercut. Fiziev steps inside. Gaethje gets the takedown with 5 seconds left to go, trying to pull the submission, and we will go to the scorecards here in the O2. Well, that third round made up for it. Hot damn. And Gaethje
that got hot.
Does risky moonsault off of the top of the cage. My man almost ate shit in front of God and everybody on pay-per-view.
And I ask, what possesses anybody to get their own name tattooed on their back?
Well, they forget it.
It's on their back.
You can't wear it like a name tag. That'd be gauche.
No, of course. He's got eyes on his stomach.
It's the No Fear eyes, too, from the 90s, those old basketball T-shirts. That just the drool and the blood and the uppercut and look at that. That's fighting right there. That's combat sports, baby. A man in braids drooling and then getting the drool punched into the blood that's pooling under his eye.
With them being violent, but do they have to be gross?
Yes. Yes, they do.
It's part of it, I think, right?
It's a toss-up for me. The first round and a half was Fiziev's fight. You can give it 2 rounds to 1. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at the stats here. Thanks to the Kissy Boy, a.k.a. MG Geek. Gaethje only landed 1 takedown, 66 significant head strikes to 25 for Gaethje. 11 of 41 in body strikes for Fiziev. Significant strike accuracy, 49 to 46. Gaethje to Fiziev and 1 takedown. Gaethje landed 87 total strikes, 175 of them in total. Fiziev throwing less, 159, landing 73. 148 of the strikes thrown by Gaethje were at the head of Fiziev. For Fiziev, it was a little more evenly distributed, 86, 64, and 9 in terms of head, body, and leg strike attempts. For Gaethje, it was 148, 12, and 13. Only 5 seconds of ground control time, and that was at the end of the fight. Let's go to the scorecards for the decision. 29-28 Gaethje, so it's going to be a split decision.
Ooh.
Gaethje gets the win in a split decision, 29-28, 29-28, 29-28, and Justin Gaethje will get the win over Rafael Fiziev in a close and contentious contest. I agree with the one judge that picked him. The hungover moth saying tattooing your name on your own body seems a bit narcissistic. Yeah. Stanley Franklin, humana.
Oh, hot.
Trigger D, if you tattoo someone else's name on you, it's a hex. It was a phase people put their names on their backs like football jerseys. That's silly.
Is it so we can identify them in a plane crash? I don't understand.
It's either that or dental records.
You know, I always one of the tattoos I thought about was from the that episode of The Simpsons, Lisa Substitute.
Yeah.
Where it's the note, you are Lisa Simpson. But if I put that on myself, I don't want people thinking, but she says she's Lisa. This is Lisa Simpson.
But how many people...
If I get into a wreck and a paramedic's like, well, her tattoo says...
Are you in a situation where you wouldn't have your wallet?
Maybe. I don't know. Things happen. What if I get abducted and then he just dumps me in the middle of the woods? I don't have my phone with my medical ID on it.
Well, maybe you should...
So that's why he's got his name on his back.
To be identified by the authorities.
Yes. He gets abducted.
Well, wouldn't they just... So in this situation, you die.
Or, yes, it would have to be.
Yes, because unless you lose
I have amnesia.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless you're an amnesia patient.
It makes it easier to identify you so you get shanked in the shower if you're in prison. So that's not a good move.
See,
how do you know that?
Because obviously.
Frank caller.
Raiden Fracker, I bet $12 that Usman wins in round 4, pays $240. If it hits, would you shave your head on the... Raiden Fracker, I'll make you a deal. I'll stay on after the fight and shave my head live on the air tonight.
Well, if we see that donation.
Yeah, if we see that money go in. Stanley Franklin, bring back tramp stamps. What's wrong with you?
Well, to be fair, whoever had them, I feel like still has them.
Yeah, well, more of them, a preponderance of them.
It's expensive to get tattoos removed, so I feel like if you had one, you're stuck with it.
That's very fair. I think this next fight's going to take a while, so Steph, you take over for a moment as Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out.
Oh yeah, and from Black Mirror. That is where I first saw him.
Shasta McMuffin asking for one punch to the ball bag. Poke the guy with the Krusty the Clown.
Maisie Williams. Tattoo. Remember when I said, I don't know what you're going to go do. All right.
Oh, Matt's, piece of shit.
Matt's leaving.
I said I was going to the bathroom. Look at
okay.
Shirt off.
I'll
be covered in bitch ass.
I think I said this. Last time, but I'd be curious what the most random celebrity would be to see in an audience for this. Maisie Williams is up there. I would not think for a UFC event I'd look up and see, oh, right, the short girl from, what was it? Game of Thrones? Wasn't she in Doctor Who for something? She was a guest star, yeah.
She was that immortal person.
I don't know. There's a lot of short girls in Doctor Who. I'm not sure. But it makes me think, do they actually watch this, on her off time? She's like really, really into this and like looking at stats.
No, it's making an appearance.
But what is the benefit? Does she have some? Is this a way to advertise something? Does she have something coming out?
Just making
Are these
yourself
actors
relevant.
There are some
Keeping
actors
yourself
that
in the
actually go
public
to.
eye.
There's some actors that actually go to WWE events and they're actually fans of the thing. They watch it in their off time. Like they're the ones that would cheer, like, yeah, woo, Randy Orton or whatever. And then I don't feel like
those people don't get on TV. They don't care. They don't want to be on TV. You know, it's like they're taking their family. But if it's WWE,
like
they make sure to get him in.
Is
camera,
actually,
right?
I think he's a fan. Jon Stewart's an actual fan. I don't feel like Maisie Williams. It's on her off time. Right. Like, yeah, Gaethje, she's my favorite. I don't think that's happening. I just want for it to be. I just want them to pan over and just see Randy Quaid. Like, you know what? Yep, he belongs there. I could see that. That makes sense. Randy Quaid's there.
All the people, Randy Quaid?
I don't know. He's supposed to be defending our planet against the aliens. What are you doing here? They're real now. We figured out that the aliens are. We know they're real now. I just don't. I think they just want to avoid us because same. I would also not choose to be here.
Where would you want to go?
I don't know. Some other planet that also has water.
Well, that's not.
Maybe not in this galaxy.
That's fair.
I mean, we're not doing great with it.
Yeah, we've not done the best job.
We're not doing great.
Is he talking?
No?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Who?
Matt, can you talk? Okay.
Hello.
Because my headphone fell out into some water. I was drying it to make sure I could still hear everybody. It's okay. It's fine. It's still good. It's still good.
No, I've been quieter this time. It means you've been doing a phenomenal job. I approve.
Well, that's mostly Steph. I'm just here. I just make the mouth noises in between rounds.
That's because if I had the whole 3 hours, to the disappointment of many, I would talk nothing about this sport. I could give you no stats. I could give you no strategy. I could not talk about the history. I'd be 1,000% useless.
Top G Terrence, I will pay you $250 if Leon gets the third round victory. I don't know. Will that money end up with me? Next time we'll be with you is Saturday, April 8th at our regular time, 9:45 Eastern. Alex Pereira will take on Israel Adesanya. Gilbert Burns will take on Jorge Masvidal. Rob Font will take on Adriel Yanez. Kevin Holland and Santiago Ponzinibbio. Raul Rosas Jr. and Christian Rodriguez will start us off from the Miami-Dade Arena that used to be known as the FTX Arena until Sam Bankman-Fried, well, you know, did the thing. Bucko, it did fall in water. You think I would put a piss headphone in my ear? Don't answer that. Stephen Kelleher, he wants to, pardon me, Raiden Thacker, give the 200 to Matt for a head shave. Shoot it to Matt, Top G. Yes, Matt. Leon wins round 3. You get $250. Fuck, now I'm rooting for Leon. I don't want to root for Leon Edwards because of that. I want to root for him because of merit. But fuck, if he wins and I get $250, we're going to Outback.
God, that's a lot of bloomin' onions.
I want a bloomin' onion so bad. We gonna get a head shave and a song or two. Well, $250. That's 2 songs.
Shave and a haircut.
Yeah,
2 bits.
2 bits. Double guns.
That's for all the 100-year-old people listening.
Marathon Refrigeration. It's from one person, one donation. You can all pull your donations together, send it to one person, and donate it. But it has to be a one singular donation of $200.
You're actually advocating for a very community-based thing here.
Yeah.
You're encouraging them to work together, meet new people, come together for a common cause.
Yeah, we're building a community here. And that community is built to watch me yell and give me money.
And the common
Is
cause
that not-
to
is
watch
that
you
not
humiliate yourself.
It's absolutely that episode from The Office where Andy wanted to rally people together to sell more. And he's like, I will tattoo my ass if you like increase profits or whatever it was. And they did it. They all worked together. That's what this is.
Yes, this is basically that. Stanley Franklin for $270. Is $270 sing while shaving. I will sing a song while getting my head shaved for $270. Will it be behind blue eyes to make people feel uncomfortable? Yes. Yes, it will. And it'll be the Limp Bizkit version, because fuck you. Is that the worst cover? What's the worst cover song you've ever heard?
Jessica Simpson.
What song?
That's it.
Just Jessica Simpson.
The worst cover
Baby,
song.
It's Cold Outside. Her Baby, It's
I
Cold
got
Outside.
What do you got? What do you got, MG? Also, that's a good one. Stuff.
I have Sheryl Crow, Sweet Child of Mine.
Oof. Brendan is actually starring as Stanley Kowalski in a production of Streetcar Named Desire right now. Literally performing
it
as
sounds like a fake excuse.
but it's
I agree. It sounds fake. He's playing Stanley somewhere upstate. Yeah, no, I agree. It sounds fake.
he's on a farm with a lot of other actors. Brendan's been a busy boy, as we all have been. And if it's just us, it's just us. And if Brendan's here, that's awesome. But either way, we're still glad to be here with you. We're building this community. We're doing this shit together. And we're getting ready for the main event, the fight that we've all been wanting to see all night long, while Leon Edwards has is missing a chunk of hair on the noggin. But he is your UFC welterweight champion, and he will be defending the title on home turf, going up against Kamaru Usman, who is looking for fucking revenge. Trigger D, worst cover. Metallica's Turn to Page was good in my opinion. Trigger D, I liked it. Andrew Gaffield, long time. Heard the worst version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. She sounded depressed.
Wait, who is it?
I don't know. Who sang that version,
Who?
Adam.
That's the most important part of this.
Yeah, who sang it? Who performed it? And Kamar, I liked that Colby was like the backup if neither of the guys who always make weight didn't make weight when he's not fought in forever. And he ducked a fight that was supposed to take place on this card because of because Masvidal, who's fighting the next pay-per-view, punched him in the face a year ago, and there's a legal situation. Get the fuck out of here. Top G Terrence via round 3 murder. Jesus Christ. Brendan did not go live with a family out on a farm. You can actually see him at Catalyst Wrestling shows. Next time is May 21st. You can buy your tickets at catalystwrestling.com. That's catalystwrestling.com. Trigger, I don't know if Brendan would like living in Kansas. I don't know if anybody would want to live in Kansas.
That's the
what was that, Matt?
That's the longest any of your broadcasts that you have.
Because it's not close to the show yet. So,
okay.
Go to catalystwrestling.com and buy some tickets. I've also been plugging the Patreon all night and also asking people to give me money to shave my hair. Like, I'm a shameless person.
Have been doing. I'm talking about Catalyst Wrestling.
And Kamaru Usman making the uncommon walk as a challenger, looking comfortable, looking focused, looking loose as he makes the walk into the octagon, whether it's bravado, a false sense of self, or pure confidence, we do not know. We just know that the man has a mustache and is looking to take back what he feels is his. Shasta McMuffin, we got to have a ball banger now in the main event. It's our tradition. It's fair. Nut shots in the main event have become somewhat of a tradition for us on this show. But Usman making the way down to the octagon. One of 5 Nigerian fighters in UFC history. One of them they won't talk about anymore. And that being Francis Ngannou.
He doesn't exist.
Shasta
so
McMuffin,
funny.
I need a Cyril, not a hero. Shasta, that's a fucking good joke. That's a clever fucking joke. Martin Lawrence being shown on the Twitter graphic on the screen.
Okay, no wait, that's the weirdest celebrity to be.
Remember that episode of SNL where in every syndication version, Steph, you've never watched SNL. Like,
Never heard of her.
But there was this one episode that Martin Lawrence hosted in '94 that was so offensive that they had to cut out 90% of it, and it was just Robert Smigel burying the monologue in a voiceover. Oh, yeah, he's from Cameroon. I apologize. I was just trying to dunk on the UFC for completely fumbling the Francis Ngannou bag. I completely forgot about I forgot he was from Cameroon. That's my bad. I apologize. I forget things a lot, but please forgive me. But we're so glad you're joining us here for our main event from the O2. Former UFC welterweight champion, the third most title fight wins in the division history with 6, fourth most wins in welterweight division history with 15. Almost half of his wins have come in title fights while as a welterweight. That is an interesting stat there as Usman walks inside or crawls inside the octagon. I will never understand the tradition of fighters using their hands and knees to climb up into the octagon. Usman getting in a quick prayer.
It's like when you were younger and you like to pretend you were like a dog climbing upstairs.
That's fair. That's fair.
You ever did that?
I might have done that.
Mustard. Can you please look at the chat?
Mustard on my butt cheeks.
I have a new favorite name now.
Mustard on my butt cheeks. I would like a nut shot main event. Not a nut shot in the main event. Just 25 minutes of nut shots.
It's just the Rochambeau event.
Just as Boss Rutan dang it right to the beans. And Leon Edwards getting the lights out Sabu. I'm the champion entrance. Look, with all the pageantry of UFC shows, it is interesting how they do all this pageantry. And in the O2, where there's not a big screen, there's not like an overhanging, like in most American indoor arenas, there's the Jumbotron, like the overhang above the center of the venue. There isn't that here. It's a very simple production. There's just a lighting rig and also all 87 cameras, but just giving that over-the-top presentation without a stage, without a Titantron, and Leon Edwards looking around, looking distracted, not as comfortable. His eyes are darting around, and body language could be bullshit, but the body language between Usman and Edwards is very different here. You wouldn't think Usman is the challenger walking into this fight. Instead, you would think he's the champion stepping into the octagon tonight, and he turns it on as soon as he steps through the gate. And he will make the calm walk down the octagon, the conquering hero being led down the aisle. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, the first and only Jamaican-born UFC champion. Aljamain Sterling, I believe, from Jamaican heritage, but grew up and was born in New York, out on the island. In Edwards. Mustard, you need to catch up. Matt's getting $250 if Uzi gets vert in the third round. Braden Thacker, quick, switch your bet. Yeah, the body language here is such a different. Like, Edwards doesn't look like a confident champion in his hometown. I don't know if it's terrified, but he just looks like he looks pedestrian. He just looks like he's accepting the fact that he's here, but he's not owning the moment. And that is just an interesting change of pace from a guy who's been in 6 title fights to Edwards, who this is his second time in a title fight. His first one was his upset over Kamaru Usman in their last fight. This is the third time these two men will square off. Both of them have a win apiece. Edwards now acknowledging the crowd. Edwards getting in a quick prayer himself as he will circle the octagon. The props to watch: Edwards to win by TKO or knockout, plus 450. Edwards to win by decision, also at plus 450. Usman to win by decision, minus 115. And if Leon Edwards gets a win in the fourth round, I'm shaving my head, it seems. But it is time for our main event for the UFC welterweight title. Just put your predictions in the chat. Let us know who you think's going to walk out of there. Trigger D picking Rocky to get the win. Leon Edwards. Just so I can shave my head here live on the program. Stanley Franklin now considering a name change. Catch up on my nads. Take a look at the tail of the tape. Usman 35, Edwards 31. The height advantage goes to Edwards, 6'2" to 6 foot, both at 170 pounds, championship weight. Usman with the reach advantage, 76 to 74. And the plus 210 underdog is the defending champion in his home country. The minus 250 favorite is Usman, the challenger. An interesting change of pace here. Usman was the favorite in their last fight. Trigger D, Lord, one ball kick, please. Rain Thacker picking Usman in the fourth. Ben Cartlidge, Chris Lee, and Dave Lindsay are your judges. Herb Dean is your referee. Shasta McMuffin, yeah, let's get a real quick prayer in as well. Dear Heavenly Father, may there please be a kick in the testicles or a punch to the testicles during this fight tonight. We pray in your name, in the name of the Baba and the Bowie. Amen.
Give him the old dick twist.
Give him the old dick twist. I'm Matt Ryan. The other person yelling in the room is Stephanie Sotilli. We're joined by the professor and the fat baby and the producer, making sure we stay on the air and that the internet connection isn't the shits. As you know him, you love him. If you listen to Matt Men or Wrestling Observer Live every Sunday, MG Geek.
Don't forget the XFL pod.
Usman in the fourth for the $200 head shave. So, Raiden Thacker, if Usman wins in the fourth round, you are sending $200 in the super chat to shave my head. It feels like the fourth round, either way, I get $200. So, I feel like if this fight makes it to the fourth round, if this fight ends in the fourth round, I'm a winner. Trigger D, Kali, Goddess of War, just one, please. A testicle to the eye. Stanley Franco parlay nutkick fourth round late stoppage herb. If you know what we do here, if you like what we do here, if you're with the shits people, all I ask you to do is like, comment, subscribe, donate to the super chat, or go to patreon.com/Dan A. White. The easiest thing is to call somebody and share this on social media. Use the hashtag #2UFC286. Tag me, Matt Ryan Yells. Tag at Steph Sotilli, at 2FightForever, at George Gaxter. What's the last part of that?
Just Gaxter29.
Gaxter29 on the Twitter machine.
There's a lot of baseball content.
The World Baseball Classic is going on.
Oh, by the way, Matt,
it seems like
my
people who
I wanted to give my condolences to your
bring
closer.
it up. I don't want to hear about Edwin Diaz. He's going to be fine. The Mets are going to do okay. I haven't bought a ticket package yet. The money from the head shaving might go to a ticket package. Not sure. Might pay credit card debt. I'm not sure.
Priorities.
Trigger D, Kukulkan Khan, God of Mexican Wind, please one to the balls.
Yeah, that was good.
Usman looking loose. He's got a little bit of Vaseline or mayonnaise on his cheek. Could be some Nando sauce. I'm not sure. Leon Edwards looking like a beef eater, standing completely fucking still. Here we go. Usman crawls into the center of the octagon, and it's main event time. We've hit the Rolodex of deities. Deathwish Dan saying I'd look like a passable Bam Bam Bigelow if I shaved my head. I am not getting the head tattoo. Fuck that noise. Usman trying to create pressure here. Edwards moving quick, throws a right hand. Kick to the body by Usman. More measured, taking his time. Not moving as fast. Edwards missing with an overhand left. Leading with the right hand is both Usman and Edwards. Looking to keep the pressure on. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Edwards tried to go for an overhand right. Usman tried to go for a takedown that was stifled by Edwards. Usman trying to put the pressure on Edwards, trying to get in close. He has the reach advantage. Edwards has the slight height advantage. Edwards trying to back away. Right hand thrown by Usman. Barely lands, if anything. Missing with a leg kick was Usman. Missing with the right hand was Edwards. Tried to wrap around for a grapple. Will settle for a leg kick to the left shin, the right shin, pardon me, of Kamaru Usman. Edwards stepping in. Usman continuing to control the center of the octagon, feigning some right hands. Push kick by Edwards does not land. Circling is Edwards. Usman throws a right, blocked by Edwards. Left thrown by Usman, not landing. A leg kick landing by Usman, pardon me. Right hand landed by Edwards after a feint from Usman. Right hand ducks under the left, the right of Edwards to Usman after throwing a right of his own. Feigning that right leg, that lead leg, Edwards throwing a kick to that lead leg of Usman. 2:20 left to go. Over the halfway point of round 1 of 5, trying to go in for the clinch, the Muay Thai, was Edwards. Usman punching him away. The knees of Usman are going to take a toll here. Edwards, if he focuses on them, might find a window. Kick to the ribs now by the defending champion. The challenger controlling the pace of this fight here with 1:49 left to go in round number 1. Circling the octagon is Edwards. Usman keeping chase, feigning a right hand. Usman will respect the kick to the abdomen, and that one caught Usman. Another kick to the body, and that one will be stifled by Usman, but Edwards might have found the golden ticket here. Usman will turn up the pressure, throw a right and then a left to the abdomen. The left will barely land with 1:25 left to go. Trying to aim for those knees as Edwards steps inside, trying to go for a takedown. Edwards looking to stifle it. Pressed up against the fence as the champion. 1:12 left to go in the round. Edwards being pressed up against the fence by Usman. Usman trying to scoop and slam, trying to take out the leg. Isolating the knee now is Usman. Edwards pressed up against the fence, trying to turn things around, and they will both settle back, and a timeout called. And it looks like, an official timeout. Potential glove violation. It was hooked inside, trying to see if they were hooked inside the glove. No ball kick as of yet. 54 seconds now. Kick to the body by Usman. Barely landing. Edwards trying to block. Kick to the ribs that time by Edwards. Circling around. 43 seconds now. Right by the door of the octagon. Feigning a right, throwing a left, throwing another left is Usman. Not really landing here. 35 seconds, feigning a takedown. Edwards trying to eat it with a left. Both men colliding their right and left legs into each other, going for kicks at the same time. Under 30 seconds out, 25 left to go. Edwards trying to go for the clinch, not being able to get Usman. No nut shot on that one. 15 seconds left to go in the round. Edwards trying to lead in and go for a sweep kick. Kick to the knee again by Edwards, trying to chop down the tree. Work on the knees of Usman. Usman throws the left as Edwards tried to leap in, changing his stance as Edwards. And that will be the end of round number 1. And Usman talking shit to Edwards as he looks around and will walk back to the fence. We see here the alleged trickeration in this dancery. Both men pressed up against the fence. And it looks like one of the men were trying to get into the gloves. And just this pressure here. Usman kneeing inside the thigh, and you can see, Edwards was trying to dig inside. He dug his fingers inside the glove of Kamaru Usman. The champion, once again, looking like the challenger. Edwards, Usman ready to go, breathing a little heavy. Edwards. And Edwards was wondering what the fuck was going on. The referee called for it. Usman came out and Edwards was looking like a fucking park bench. And the clock was running already. 15 seconds have gone by. Edwards seemingly wasn't ready, but time and the schedule wait for no man. Try explaining that to a bus driver on the way to work. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Over 30 seconds gone by in round number 2. Matt Ryan alongside Stephanie Sotilli, the professor, Olive the Fat Baby, and MG Geek, our producer. Punch to the ribs, and we had a dick kick. Dick kick, everybody. And they'll dap up and they'll continue after a accidental jingle to the jangle. Edwards feels so out of pocket here. Usman looking loose, looking more comfortable. Edwards circling around the octagon. Getting back to the center. Circling around. Both men now in the center. Oop! Kick to the leg. Usman avoiding another kick to the leg by Edwards. Edwards eats a left hand after trying to come in on the challenger. Left hand, both men throwing left hands and landing to the jaw and side of the head. Another left hand and a knee by Edwards. Caught Usman. Usman's a little bouncy. And Edwards won't step in, and he hits an uppercut into a quick clinch, and they'll break out of it. 3 minutes left to go in the round. Jab, using that left jab as Usman to try to keep some distance away from Edwards. Quick right hand thrown by Usman. Throws another right. Usman gets the takedown and now has the back. He's got the back of Leon Edwards. Usman trying to lock it in, trying to cinch it in. He's in the Luther Campbell. Is Edwards face down, trying to stand up. Gets a left hand for his trouble. Gets another left hand. Landing with impunity is Kamaru Usman. As Edwards is pressed up against the octagon. He is in front of the Crypto.com advertisement. Ain't that a motherfucker? But he finds a way out of it, and Edwards tries to go for the takedown, and now he will have to sprawl as Usman will punch him in the rib cage. And now Usman trying to pull for the choke. He's got him. He's trying to take the back. He flips it over. Now in the Luther Campbell inside control. It's Kamaru Usman. Minute 58 left to go in the second round. Usman standing, both men standing, Edwards covering up. Now it will circle away from Usman. Throws the right, both men landing. Right hand by Usman, left hand by Edwards. Trying to kick the knee. Both men standing now. Minute and a half, left to go in the second round. Going for that head kick again was Edwards, hoping lightning would strike twice against Kamaru Usman. Missing with the right hand was Kamaru Usman. Missing with the left, Edwards will land one of his own. Push kick missed by Edwards. Minute 6 left to go in round 2. Chopping the tree is Usman, chopping at the shin of Leon Edwards. Same thing Edwards doing to Usman. 19-10, 15-24 in terms of significant strikes. Edwards had him in the first round. Usman outpacing Usman by almost double here in round number 2. Kick to the thigh by Edwards. Another kick to the knee by Leon Edwards. 35 seconds left to go in the round. Switching up his stance is Edwards, now leading with his left hand. Will switch back to his right. Edwards is 17 of 17 on leg kicks. He has landed all of his leg kicks so far. Edwards stepping away from a left-right combination from Usman. 10 seconds now. Eating the left hand is Edwards. He gets Usman with one. And this will end round number 2. And Edwards gaining a little bit of confidence now. But Usman more confident, it seems, round by round. And there was that kick. Caught the heel. Right? The heel into the ball bag. And there was, oh, there it is. A toe kick right into the dick and balls. 2 questionable shots by the champion. Edwards landing some solid strikes here, but for me, this is an Usman round, 10-9. I have it 2-0 for Kamaru Usman. Round 1 could be considered a little bit of a jump ball right now. Edwards plus 115, Usman minus 145. It is close according to Vegas. Raiden Thacker has it 1-1. I wonder what you guys have it set at.
I know one thing. It could get a little dicey in the next couple of rounds. I think Usman.
Oh, well, that's what happened the last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think he's already been trash talking. I was going to say it and interrupt you, but yeah, it just seems like he's getting a little frustrated with some of the antics. So we'll see. If it gets dicey.
Round 3 begins. Leg kick by Usman. Leading with the left hand is the former champion. Significant strike accuracy, Edwards 74%, Usman 36%. Both men standing in the center of the octagon, 30 seconds gone by in round number 3 of 5 for the UFC Welterweight Championship. Stanley Franklin thinks that Usman could start thinking about those low kicks and get caught upside the head again. And Usman takes down Edwards with a single leg. And now Usman trying to get into side control. Edwards trying to find a way out of it. Left hand from Usman. A right hand now by Usman. Trying to bring that knee in is the champion. Usman putting all of his body weight, especially his head and neck, on the shoulder of Leon Edwards. Landing that left hand from the top position is Kamaru Usman. In a variation of side control, now trying to get into the mount, and now taking the back. Usman has the back of Leon Edwards. Both men standing up. Usman has Edwards in the Luther Campbell. Now trying to break it up, and it looks like Edwards was holding on to the fence. And a blatant fence grab from Leon Edwards, and it looks like they're taking a point. Well, I'm trying to see if they're going to take a point. Oh yeah, he just grabs the fence. Wow, a blatant fence grab from the champion. And when you look at that, and you look at the headspace of the man walking in with the belt. Usually, outside of pro wrestling, you really don't see desperation acts like that, and they will take a point from the champion here. here in the third round, and that might prove to be costly for Leon Edwards.
That might be the fight.
That might work for Eddie Guerrero, but that don't work in the UFC. Allegedly, it's a shoot here. 3:16, what left to go in the third round of 5. Edwards throwing a right hand, but blocked by Usman.
I don't see how Edwards is so upset.
Because he got caught. And Edwards continuing to kick the knee of Usman. Both men standing in the center of the octagon. Remember, if this fight ends in round 4, we will more than likely be seeing me get my head shaved. Left hand thrown by Usman, followed preceding a right hand from the challenger. And the body language continues to show Usman composed, him getting a leg kick of his own, going for the knee of the champion. Edwards circling around. 2:18 left to go in the third round of 5. Up kick attempt by Usman, met by a leg kick by Edwards. And there's a kick to the dick by Leon Edwards. And Usman is pissed. Saying, come on, man. And that is another shot to the dick and balls. You guys wanted it. You got it in spades. Usman needing a few moments. You have up to 5 minutes. They'll dap each other up, taking under 30 seconds. Under 2 minutes now left to go in the third of 5. Kick to the body. And another kick to the balls. Almost landed. They'll keep fighting. It was incidental, if anything. Missing with the right hand, but getting him into a quick knee is Edwards. 98 seconds left to go in the third round. Circling around is the champion. He is on the outside of the octagon, the outside portion of the octagon. Controlling the inside. The center is Usman, who lands a left hand. Will stop a leg kick attempt from Edwards. Throws a quick left hand as Usman. Minute 19 left to go in the third round. Push kick missed by Edwards. Trying to find his way out of a grapple attempt was Usman, former NCAA Division II wrestler. 32-8 in terms of head strikes, but 27-2 in terms of leg strikes. A slight advantage for Edwards in strikes to the body, 17-16. But when it comes to upstairs, downstairs, there's a real are you being served situation. Going up and going down, the preference of both fighters. 46 seconds left to go in the round. Kick to the body. Edwards eats a couple of right hands and then a forearm from Usman. 33 seconds left to go. Ducks under. Trying to go for the grapple here. Usman puts Edwards up against the fence. 27 seconds. Usman trying to fight his way into a single leg attempt. Needed the abdomen by Usman. Needed the back of the leg by Edwards. By Usman to Edwards. Edwards trying to find his way out of the situation. Usman trying to get a takedown. This round is probably already his. Just trying to get some points for style. And he'll Tarantella his way out of a risky situation. Will Leon Edwards. And we will end round number 3 with a kick to the balls, a fence grab, and 1 point taken away. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Stephanie Sotilli, the professor, and all of the fat baby here in studio on the other side of the rhetorical spectrum, inside the zeros and ones, is our producer, MG Geek. And we're joining all of you here on the Mattman YouTube channel. Taking a look at the replay here. What was that?
I threw your stats up for you so you can look at the round.
Yeah, let's take a look at some stats here. 60 of 88 for Edwards, 55 of 141 for Usman. He has landed 45 of 131 significant strikes. Edwards, 59 of 87. And the disparity, the control time here for Usman, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And he's landed 2 of 5 takedowns. Edwards has not landed a takedown. So in terms of striking stats, Edwards, the leader, it's close. But when it comes to takedowns, ground control time, as we head into round 4, a very telling round for the fate of my hair.
If you consider that point too, I think it's 3 rounds.
Yeah, and the point deduction too. Yeah, it could be 2 rounds to 1. It could be 3 rounds to 0. Left hand thrown by Edwards to the head, and then follows up with 1 to the body. 4:39 left to go. Well, and an interesting conversation, an interesting moment there. Both men back into the center of the octagon. Usman continuing to put the pressure on Edwards. Back towards the fence is the champion. The champion has not been fighting. He's been fighting like a champion that's just trying to coast to a victory. A lot of people have it 28-28. I have it more 29-28. Kick to the body by Usman. Left-right combination by Usman. Lands the left, does not land the right. Edwards plus 175. Usman minus 215. Landing a right-left combination to the dome of Edwards. As the former champion, the betting favorite right now, according to DraftKings. 3:24 left to go. Edwards still trying to get out the box here. Left and then a right from the former champion. Leading with the left hand is Usman. He'll miss a left hand. Oh, Usman gets taken down by Edwards. He'll scramble right back up, trying to take the leg of Edwards, and they will grapple, and Edwards will be pressed up against the fence. Edwards got his thigh tripped out under him. Pardon me, Usman got a slip there. He got tripped up by Edwards, and Edwards will find his way out of the grapple attempt from the former NCAA Division II wrestler. Both men missing. Edwards with a right hand. Usman with a kick. 2.5 minutes remain. Right hand, and then followed up by a left kick to the rib cage by Edwards. 2:20 left to go. 39 leg kicks by Edwards, surpassing his previous best of, I believe, 28. So Edwards making history here for himself in this fight. His first UFC title defense. Eats a right hand, and then Usman avoids the right after landing one on the jaw of Leon Edwards. Under 2 minutes left to go in round number 4. Leading with the left hand was Usman. Another leg kick for Leon Edwards. Trying to chop down the tree that is Kamaru Usman. Missing with the left hand is Edwards. Steps inside, and Edwards will pass by. 96 seconds left to go in the round. Both men throwing lefts. Edwards landing. A little more snap on his jab than we've seen. But he eats a left-right combination from the former champion. Now trying to go for a takedown attempt is Usman, and Usman gets down Edwards, and Edwards will try to get up quickly after pushing Usman away, and now in the Luther Campbell, face down, ass up, is Edwards. Usman trying to get him down and keep him down, and cannot. Edwards will stand right back up. 1:07 left to go in the 4th round. Needed a body by Edwards, followed up by 2 straight lefts. Missing with the left is the former champion. Kick to the body, almost landed on the dick, but blocked by Kamaru Usman. 55 seconds left to go in the round. Missing with the right, going for the takedown attempt again, is Kamaru Usman. 44 seconds left to go in the round. Edwards in position to try to get a choke, could get a standing guillotine, not able to cinch it in, and now trying to avoid the takedown by Usman, and does. Both men back to a vertical base. Checking the leg kick was Usman. Under 30 seconds now, 25 and counting in round number 4. Missing with the right and left, and Usman missing with a right of his own after the attempt by Leon Edwards. 15 seconds now, leg kick missed by Edwards. 10 seconds now left to go in the fourth round. Right hand landed by Usman. Left hand missed by Edwards. Shots missed by Usman. Left-right combination does not land. And we will go to the fifth and final round here in London. My hair is technically safe. I don't know how you have it, guys, but I have it maybe 3 rounds to 1. Kamaru Usman up.
That's where I'm at with it too, but we'll see.
The leg kicks have been really beneficial for Leon Edwards in this fight. But to be completely honest, Kamaru Usman has seemed more composed. He has landed landed more punches. He's gotten more takedowns. He's controlled the pace and rhythm of this fight. And a shout out to everybody in the chat joining us. Taking a look here. Raiden Thracker saying, damn it. What are the odds on an Edwards 5th round KO, according to Trigger D? Stephen Kelleher, draw. Usman better start getting caught cheating. Deathwish, damn, no Bam Bam. I'm sorry, Dan. And it's time for the 5th and final round from the O2 at UFC 286. The next time we'll be with you is Saturday, April 8th with Oliveira Adesanya 2. Left hand thrown by Usman. Trying to keep the pressure going is Kamaru Usman. The champion's been on his back foot for the majority of this fight. Right hand landed by Usman, avoiding a left head kick attempt by Edwards. That's how he closed the door the last time. Kick to the knee by Usman. Trying to keep the pressure on. Steps inside. Usman trying to go for another takedown. Goes for a single leg. Now pressed up against the fence is Edwards.
Want to hear
And
something
a
funny,
variation
Matt?
of a Tebow. What do you got?
Hawani apparently has this 38-37 for Edwards right now.
Good for Ariel. Good for Ariel.
Just thought I'd throw that out there. Don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah. It's a wonder when our budget got taken away. 7-10 takedown defense. Edwards making a strong case with the leg kicks and takedown defense. And it is in England, so we don't know what might actually go down here. Combination from Usman, uppercut by Edwards, knee by Edwards. In the clinch and a forearm by Edwards. Trying to come on strong in the last round. Trying to walk it off like he did the last time. Left hand by Usman. Throwing a right is Usman. Edwards trying to stop another takedown attempt is Leon Edwards. Trying to isolate the legs, trying to take him down is Kamaru Usman. Under 3 minutes now. Nearing the halfway mark of this 5th and final round. Wild shots from both fighters. Another leg kick attempt by Leon Edwards that's missed and blocked by Usman. Putting the pressure on, throwing a left hand is Leon Edwards, trying to lead with that left, even though he switched his stance and throws with the right. Once again, leading with throwing that left hand, letting that left hand fly as the current champion. He'll switch up his stance and lead with his left. Another kick to the leg by Kamaru Usman. The over was minus 215. The under was plus 155. And a Muay Thai clinch and a knee by the champion. He'll get a left hand for his trouble. And now another takedown attempt by Kamaru Usman. Under 2 minutes now, 1:58 left to go in the 5th and final round for the UFC Welterweight Championship. Edwards pushing away the challenger. 1:49. Kick to the rib cage by the champion. Wild flailing shots by the challenger. Nearing the 90-second mark here until we go to the scorecards. Trying to get another takedown is Usman. He gets it. He gets Edwards seated. And that might be the 4th takedown of this fight for Kamaru Usman. He's tried 11, possibly 12. Not all of the attempts have been successful, but he's going for the back of Leon Edwards. Edwards will switch out. 1:10 left to go. Pushing out and around. Another kick by Edwards does not land. Throws the left. Does Leon Edwards. That one will land, but a right by Usman. And Usman again trying to take the back. Edwards has landed 22 strikes, significant strikes in this round. 15 by Usman. Great defense here in the final moments by Kamaru Usman. By Leon Edwards on Kamaru Usman. Knee to the thigh by Usman. 38 seconds left to go. Minus 135 plus 105 now the live odds. They flipped for Leon Edwards. Edwards might walk out of here with the championship. 27 seconds now and counting. Leon Edwards might walk out of here remaining the world champion. 103-71 in significant strikes. Edwards to Usman, but those takedowns and ground control might come into play, and you got to remember about that point deduction. What will be the thing that wins this fight for either guy? 6 seconds left to go in the fight. Both men fighting the fight the way they wanted to fight it, but this time not getting a stoppage, and we will go to the scorecards in London.
Nice.
Let me know in the chat who you think walked out of here with the win in London.
I put the stats up for you there so you can take a look. I think it was 13 total attempts at takedowns.
Edwards was 4 of 15 on takedowns. Leon Edwards 0 for 1, but Usman controlled on the ground for 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Edwards landed more shots. Usman threw more. Usman landed 94 of 229. Edwards 110 of 163. 108 of those were significant strike attempts. 49 shots to the leg of 53 attempts. Edwards landed only, in terms of head strikes, Usman landed 54 of 168. Edwards only threw 59 and landed 28. The body shots 31-39 in favor of Edwards, 21 of 34 for Usman. Usman only threw 8 leg kicks the entire fight, landed only 1 of them. So for me, this is going to be a really interesting. The point deduction is going to tell the story of this fight.
I wonder if there's any draw people out there. That would suck.
It could, and if it is a draw, we will get a 4th fight here. And I don't know how MMA will deal with that.
No,
we'll go to scorecards.
That's why I said it would suck.
And thank you so much, Deathwish, and the official decision. After 5 rounds, they're going to the judges' scorecards. The judges score the contest 48-46, 48-46, and 47-47 for the winner by majority decision. Leon Edwards is still the UFC welterweight champion. 1 scorecard having it tied up. Edwards walking out with the victory. A close, contentious, and some would consider it controversial.
Yeah.
Now, point deduction, making it 49 instead of 48-46, 49-46, pardon me, 48-46. At 47-47.
So does that mean really there are a couple 10-8 rounds in there?
They'll probably get first round and second round 10-8. The third and fourth round. The third round probably definitely a 10-8 because it was a 10-9 round. So Leon Edwards getting the win over Kamaru Usman. And Edwards, by hook or by crook, proving that it wasn't a fluke. Usman talking with Dana White. Usman not happy with the result here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man, to be honest with you. Maybe they thought they wouldn't get out of London alive. I don't know.
Yeah. That was the math on that is really interesting. It is really interesting how this fight was scored.
Because Leon Edwards had to get a couple 10-8 rounds, but I didn't see where he was. I had.
You could
Usman
probably give
like
the first round.
Yeah.
They're saying the first round and maybe the fifth. The
fifth I could see. The fifth he was kind of dominant.
But even then, Edwards got Usman got takedowns in that round.
Right.
Raiden Thacker, the third round was 9-9. But Shasta McMuffin, thank you for the kind words. Shout out to all those watching. Stephen Kelleher, 3-piece in the soda next. We'll find out next fight. It could be Colby next for some reason. Why? I don't know. But it could be Colby next. But thank you so much for joining us here. As it gets past the 8 o'clock hour, Stanley Franklin got to beat the champion, bro. That's a fair point. But Usman did a lot in this fight. I'm not sure if it was enough, but he did a lot in this fight. Leon Edwards might be a beatable champion, and there's Colby Covington. I know who I'm rooting for in a Leon Edwards-Colby Covington fight. And Colby talking shit, even though he got cooked by the guy that lost twice. Embarrassingly so. I seen it with his velvet jacket and Usman showing Leon Edwards showing respect to Usman and his team. It's got to be disappointing for Kamaru Usman. And thank you, Marathon Refrigeration. Will they reveal the scorecards per round later? Yeah, someone, more than likely MMA Mania or Bloody Elbow or MMA Junkie will drop the judges' scorecards.
UFC has them on there. They have them on theirs now, on their site, but they haven't had them updated yet.
Yeah, no, we need the full judges' scorecard. Stephen Kelleher would not have bet any of these fights. Me and you both, buddy. But April 8th will be the next time we're with you. It's Oliveira Adesanya 2. Pereira Adesanya 2. Pereira looking to do what Leon Edwards did here tonight. Defeat the former champion and prove that his win was not a fluke. We're going to see that on April 8th, and we want you to join us. It'll be live from Miami. We'll be here in the studio. Jorge Masvidal will be in action. Be a sweetie. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you know when we're on the air, when we're live, whether it's Matt Men or our show here. So this time, until the next time, thank you, Bucko. Where does Usman go? I think Usman moves up. And I think he's going to fight next. He's talking to his coaches. He's going to get back, figure out what's next. Kamaru Usman, thank you, Trigger D, and Hungover Moth. I don't know. I agree. I don't know how long he's going to be champ, but it'll be interesting. But until next time, until April 8th, for MG Geek in my ear and yours, Stephanie Sotilli on the other side of the glass, for the Professor, the Fat Baby, and everyone here at Matt Men. I'm Matt Ryan saying so long. We'll see you April 8th. Like, comment, subscribe, do the super chat gimmick, and go to patreon.com/Dan A. White. Oh, we got the judge's scorecard. Steph, I need you to duck. Ben Cartledge judged at 48-46 Edwards. Chris Lee, 48-46 Edwards. Daniel Letheby, 47-47, 10-9. Everybody gave the first round to Edwards. The second round, Lee and Cartledge gave it to Edwards. Usman won on Daniel Letheby's card. He won rounds 2 and 3. That was a 10-8 round. Everybody had round 3 for Kamaru Usman. But thank you so much for joining us, guys. You can find us on Twitter at MattMen Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Ryan Yells. Until the next time, so long. Baba Booey. Do the thing.